Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jodie, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello.
I feel like we should be,
and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. We're live, Amanda.
I know. Sorry. I just went full screen and it shocked me to death because all of a sudden we were full screen. Hi, everyone. We're not. It says the Grammys is this week. We're not really going to talk about that too much. I didn't watch.
Well, the Grammys was last week before we recorded.
Right. I didn't watch it, though.
It's on top of the hottest news.
Well, we don't know what the hot topic's going to be, though, coming up. It's because it's hot.
I know.
So, like, we can't predict what we put in there.
I could talk about the Grammys.
Okay, well, we don't need to talk about it yet. Let's talk about stuff going on in our life here. I'm trying my hardest to get cleavage going, so I'm just going to try to sit like this the entire time.
I wish they could just like be together and just like, oh, you do. She just lifted up a boob. It stayed where it was at, and then just like lifted.
I'm wearing
the other
really
one
tight.
up.
I'm wearing like a really tight kind of sports bra thing. But anyway, hi everyone.
I wish I could just put a boob and it's just gonna stay there. Must be nice.
I spent my whole life wanting big boobs. So Lydia just said, Amanda, I watched Waiting for Guffman last night for the first time. It was amazing. And I'm from Missouri.
Yes.
So I appreciated it even more. Just one kiss.
Everybody
what do we got? Dun, 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 dun. We got a big.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Fuck you, because that song's been in my head for 3 days, and I finally got it out of my head, and now it's gonna be back. We got big stuff on the agenda today.
Yes.
What's going on here? I went to. Actually, I have some breaking news here.
Okay.
I want to thank. I might start crying when I talk about this, one of our watchers. This is a good thing on Facebook. Hope. I don't know why I want to roll the R. Regina.
Okay.
Anyway, whoever that is, Hope sent me a thing saying, hey, Amanda, since I always have a health problem, I had migraines last week, and she sent me an idea to get it's just called a headache mask. Have you ever heard of that? It's $25 on Amazon.
This is so weird. I ordered one last night and then I canceled it. This is so
get it.
We're like in massages.
It doesn't do anything. It's just tight. It's tight.
Oh, you're talking about the cap.
Yeah, but oh my God, Jodie, it was the best sleep I've ever had in years. And I woke up, I could breathe through both nostrils because it puts all this pressure, like just a nice pressure, just like right here. And then I woke up and just my whole ear had flushed out. It just because of the pressure. And then I had no migraine. And like I was walking around the house all. Yeah, it's just like a little pressure like this. And I was walking around the house just all night last night, just wearing it. Just like this thing, it's cap on my head. And then to sleep, you can pull it over your eyes, and then it serves as a sleep mask. So
see what I'm talking about, it almost looks like a like those virtual reality masks. You look into
this is like a ski mask almost that fit. I'm not looking at anything because that was the best purchase I've ever made in my life.
Well, this one, it looks like a virtual reality thing, and then it has like an air thing where it can like compress, and there's like, I guess it gets a little warm. And then it can kind of like push, like it'll just like gently
that's like too.
Yeah, I ordered it.
Anyway,
it was like a impulse thing, and I'm like, God, Jodie, stop it. You don't have 50 some
Okay,
bucks
get
to be
it.
doing
Or
on
just
this.
get this. This thing was $25. It got there within a day, and I'm never gonna. I don't know how I was sleeping without it. Anyone who has migraines or has, like nasal congestion, get one. It feels so fucking good. It's like someone's just
Yeah.
like squeezing your head and like just squeezing like
Would you say they're
here.
smashing your head? Speaking of, smash
that Lord. And subscribe,
Oh,
please.
Holly. Oh, friend of the
Oh, so
show.
okay, there we
See?
go.
Try it. Okay. Well,
Now we don't have nachos, but I did eat an entire box of mac and cheese at 6 o'clock in the morning. So my body is going through that. But don't worry, we got stuff lined up here. What's going on in your life? You don't have to show it, but can you tell us about the GIF? You don't have to show it. We can't upload it. The file is too large.
The file, also known as, hey, fat ass, even technology thinks you're too big.
When you sent it to me, like I wasn't even trying to be.
Okay,
Usually,
guys,
like
we're talking about my
when-
job.
yeah,
We know about
that
that
infamous
B-roll
video
that hasn't aired yet.
Yeah. But when you sent that to me, I was like, that's the worst thing ever. That's the most embarrassing shit. That is worse than my extreme forensics.
Apparently, there was
episode.
an outtake that was made into a GIF that was shared company-wide on the group chat.
It was made into a GIF.
It's me doing an old
The hand
cheerleading
jive?
move.
Oh, it looks like the hand jive and then turns into a cheerleading move. And it's crazy. It's from a weird angle. You're really far away.
That mighty tiger beat it goes.
Why did you offer to do this? So you offered this up. You said, I know this dance move. I want to show everyone.
No, I didn't say like, hey, I have something that would be a great gift.
I have an idea.
I didn't know we were still rolling tape. I mean, after all the gazing out the windows I did.
God, that's evil.
Down the block, I waved to an imaginary neighbor, and then
that whole thing was just. You look really good in the GIF, I think, though. You look thin. Your boobs look big and great. And you look really good in the GIF. God.
If that looks thin, then like I am so much larger.
I'm not even saying you look fat in the video. It doesn't look like you in the video. You look weird.
Well,
I didn't know it was you.
There's another video that you're referencing. There's another video.
Yes, there's like a full video. Also, guys, you can't even find these, so don't search them.
No,
it's like
it was like Jodie underground.
Don't try to search it. It's in the black market. If we get up to if we get 5,000 subscribers on Patreon, Jodie will release it.
I'm not watching. I still haven't watched it. I will not. Just like I won't.
That GIF is equally as embarrassing as me breaking that chair on Thanksgiving. That's like equally equal.
Okay, well, I have good news. I cleaned out my refrigerators and my freezers, and I cleaned out my like cabinets and pantries. Oh, it just like everything's organized and lined up and symmetrical and like containers and oh, it feels so good. I just go and I just open them and I just look like it's amazing.
Are you enjoying the single life now? Like, have you gotten over the whole shock of everything and you're like, that's kind of sweet.
Not really. I think I've just been so busy that it's like there's just no time to think and process, which maybe is a good thing. I got therapy tomorrow.
Have stuff to do, like if you had like a day off to do nothing, you'd like love it because he wouldn't be right on the other side of the thing there, like talking on his phone about his fitness app.
Hold on, I just saw someone say something about a Navage. I'm sorry, this is very important. Yes, Julia, thank you. Okay, the Navage. I'm telling you guys, it is worth it. And if you have, God, I mean, if this isn't the geriatric comedy hour, we're talking about our aches and pains. And if you guys have an FSA or an HSA, like your health insurance, you can put it towards the Navage. It's like a neti pot, but it'll very gently kind of shoot up one side, and it sucks like a little tiny vacuum out, and then you can switch it. So like it really will clean out both sides. It is a game changer. Okay, what else you got? Because I
got a whole bunch of shit, girl. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I just wanted to say, I for some reason am on Beach's TikTok, And I'm like, first, it shows like
What
a scene from Beaches, the movie Beaches.
Babe.
And it shows up every 3 fucking things. And I promise it's because you and I talked about us being soulmates last week, and because you look like Bette Midler. Except in the movie, I'm Bette Midler.
Like roast Jodie hour today?
No, you do look like Bette Midler. I love Bette Midler.
Your file's
She's the best
too big
Mama Rose
to upload. No, I had a piano singer one time.
Kathy and Jimmy and Mr. Bean, I get.
Okay, neither of those even. I definitely look like more like Kathy and Jimmy. Guys, let us know in the group chat. Like, it's obvious I look like Kathy and Jimmy.
The only good ones I've gotten is Kate Winslet. I've gotten Kate Winslet a few times because she's so fat. She's like one of those
piano bar singer roasted. Like, kept telling me how much I look like Bette Midler. I'm like, not a compliment.
You don't like that much.
She's like, no, like you really do. And I'm like, okay, can we just like
all right,
on, please?
But if you think of that movie, I am Bette Midler because she's like this crazy fucking psychopath who just like kind of flies by the seat of her. Yeah, you're Barbara Hershey.
Yeah, but you're the better
You're like the
one.
responsible one. You have the bebe.
And you,
I don't think you'd leave your kids to me. Would you leave them to me?
They're old enough now, yeah.
if they were actual
I just
babies,
like,
I would not.
If they were in diapers,
I'd be like,
I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, I wouldn't want you to.
No, like, I feel like you would have the baby on a toilet, like that TikTok I sent you. That I sent to you.
What was that?
Guys,
you sent
this
is
the TikTok chat. I end up on. It's these people had a 3-month-old baby sitting on like a little
fattest baby in the world, by the way.
And it's like, oh, look, she woke us up at our 3-month-old woke us up at 4 a.m. because she needed to go poo poo. And it's both the mom and dad. First of all, both like this isn't a 2-person job. One of you can go back to bed. One of them's just sitting on the toilet, holding the baby, and the baby's just like like disgusting poops in the toilet. And they're all like, yay.
Well, you actually sent the text saying, Amanda, I didn't know there's a TikTok of you.
That Daphne
released me at any morning.
Well, I feel like if any baby was going to be on the potty super early, it'd be you. Thank you, OG.
I actually had a lot of problems. Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, you guys can tip us and send super stickers if you want. I actually had a problem with potty training. I peed my bed until I was 11. And
so did Sarah Silverman.
There you go. We're both hilarious comedians.
Bedwetter.
And a bedwetter. And my dad bought me these these like panties that have like a wire in it, so that when
don't say panties, babe. Don't ever say that sentence. My dad bought me panties ever again. I don't want to know what kind of TikTok we're gonna get now.
Next week, in fact, on our Patreon, we're doing big boy panties on a episode Big Boy Panties, Sister Wives. And we're also doing, if anyone wants to know now that we're talking about it, on TRP, which is also year 1 of, and also if you guys want back episodes, you have to sign up for just TRP. It's $4. That's the back episodes. If you just want the new episodes, you can just stay on the Love to Hate TV. But we're doing Danielle and Mohammed 90-Day Journey. We don't know which episode yet. So you guys want to sound off in the comments. That'd be very helpful.
So many good moments.
Some of the episodes are only 23 minutes. And I was like, oh God. I got like horny.
Okay, so
anyway.
Let's tell us about
so there's this wire. But even as a kid, I was like, this doesn't make sense because it's this wire, and if liquid hits the wire in the underwear, it'll start like going and it's supposed to wake you up. But what's the concept there? Because you've already peed. And I would sleep through it. So like I remember many nights in the middle of the night, my dad turning on my light and being like, Amanda, get up. Because like the thing was going off and I was just sleeping through it because I'm a huge.
Yeah, you can't just like stop midstream and be like, oh, hold on. Okay, I want enough.
Exactly. I woke up. Okay, great.
When I was pregnant, I went for an ultrasound and she saw like my bladder. She must have been new. It was so bad. I had to pee so bad. And she saw like she couldn't even do it because my bladder was so full. So she goes, just go like a little bit and then come back. Oh, okay. Like that is impossible. You have to pee.
If you have
when
to be
you're
really
pregnant,
bad,
there's
you
like an
can.
8-pound
Oh,
baby sitting. I'm just gonna like go a little like I'll hang on to the rest for later. I'm all good. Okay. Wow.
How did we get
Oh, these
onto
are
this
funny.
subject? Oh, the bebe.
Yeah.
Beaches TikTok. Do you want to talk about your country roads TikTok? This
Oh, okay.
mystery,
Yes.
big
I have
mystery.
to play this for you. I wrote down in my notes to talk about this and I was like, why did I write down country roads TikTok? Okay, so I have to play this for you because I
Oh,
feel
it's
like
just
this
country road.
I feel like this would be a person. Okay. Well, let's just see what you would do. Okay.
I don't like how
All
red
right.
my cheeks are right now.
All right, let me see if I can censor this.
West Virginia, now mama, take you home. Country roads, one more time. Country roads, take me home to a place I belong.
So it's basically a girl. Everyone's trapped in an elevator that's stuck. And this bitch
Oh, that's
whips
an
out the
elevator.
guitar
Oh my God.
and starts belting out
my
country roads.
God.
All together now. Country road. One more time.
Oh my God.
The lack of self-awareness is less than when I didn't think I was being filmed and decided to do a cheer from 1996.
Do you know why she's playing Country Roads? Because she doesn't know how to play the guitar very well, and that song only has like 4 chords in it.
Oh, look, you're
like
doing
the
like
fir-
a very
the first
TikTok thing right now. You're like,
my
okay,
cheeks
so
are like getting really
can I
red.
just tell you a story while I'm just like doing my makeup. Why is that a thing, by the way?
I don't know. I don't need to watch you do your makeup. Just tell me the fucking story. I can't concentrate.
And what is everyone
Too many
like
things
doing like
happening.
on their eyes? Like I feel like everyone's putting something on, but I never see like any product.
I don't know, babe. I was just putting highlighter so that it wasn't as fucking red.
Oh, okay.
I would be homicidal
yeah.
up on that elevator. Yeah, no, I would kill. I would probably say something. Like this is not what to
loud
do right now.
in a small space.
Yeah.
You're doing this for yourself. No one here. I mean, look at these people just staring at the number like, dear God, please let it go down.
I'm rewatching Girls right now. Have you ever watched that show? Like the whole thing?
Yes. Yeah.
It reminds me of Marnie because Marnie always likes to sing in public. So that's what Marnie would do.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Okay. What else?
Okay, wait. Can I just play you one more because we had talked about? I am obsessed with this account because it is the cutest. There's just like so many little sexy babies. Okay, have you seen this?
Yes, you sent it.
I love this. Oh my God, I love it.
Okay, who's the best dancer? All right, listen for your name. You ready? Eden, sit on your bottom. There was a school, had a kid, and Sammy was her name. Oh, S-A-M-M-Y. S-A-M-M-Y.
Okay. There's all different kinds of songs.
It's a good age.
Oh my God, it's
Let me
just
tell you what, babe.
cutest
3 years, those kids are turning into the biggest fucking dicks in the world.
I know, but they're so cute. They're like
right now, they're cute.
And they get all excited, and some of them have like really good moves. They're so cute. I love them. Okay. Yes.
Okay, I watched this morning as I was eating my entire bowl of Kraft Dinner, entire box of Kraft Dinner. Thank you very much, with double the butter. Ooh. I watched the episode of Sister Wives, Kody Takes Responsibility, which is, I mean, it's an anomaly in itself,
funny,
but it's where he
okay.
goes to visit Leon, and it's right after the catfishing thing, and he's trying to convince Leon to forgive Meri for the catfishing thing, and they're just sitting on this couch having this conversation, and I swear to God, that's not Kody. That was an actor. That was like a lookalike, because if I had watched that episode alone and never watched any other episode of Sister Wives, I'd be like, this is the best dad in the world. Like, this is a good guy. Like, that man is an awesome father, awesome person, awesome husband.
Really awesome.
It is weird. Like, do you guys remember that episode? It's so crazy. He's like, I know that I take responsibility for what I did. I had a complete part in it. Your mom was lonely. I'm not mad at her. You need to forgive her. It was just, and then even in his talking heads, he's like, I know I feel guilty. I know exactly what I did. I just want to try to rebuild, and I love her. And but I know that in the next episode, it's all going to go away. But it was this weird, like, what the hell was that?
Probably because he didn't know much. I'm sure he has moments of clarity, but he's mostly crazy.
You think he hadn't seen the banana pick
worse
yet?
With age. He what?
Yeah. He hadn't seen the banana pic yet.
Yeah. Easy for him to, what was it? Tell that to Leon. Yeah, that's true. He can say that to Leon, but never to Meri.
Yeah, he got more and more mad about it, just as I think maybe he hadn't learned everything yet, because I think Surviving Sister Wives had said that they only found out the whole thing 2 weeks before filming started for that season. So I think that what they knew was very minimal. They hadn't heard the voicemails, and it was just, and he even said, he's like, Leon's like, well, she said that they were friends, and Kody's like, no, she admitted that she had feelings, and I totally, yeah, there you go, banana pic. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Like, I kind of feel bad every time we show that, because it like sucks that exists, but like, sorry, Meri, you kind of suck as a person too.
She is so aggressive. I love people trolling her on her LuLaRoe sales. There's another TikTok thing that I came across where
several compilations of her being a psycho.
Oh, there's compilations, but there's one person that's going on there that's like, hey, Janelle, you look so amazing. Huge fan. Love you. Like, they just keep calling her Janelle and then like changing the name and just keeps trolling her on there.
Does she block them? Block.
Yeah, it was like how many times before she'll block me.
What's her code? Is it like koala bear or penguin or something?
I don't get that.
Panda.
I'm not gonna ask, babe.
I don't want to know what that means. I do not want to know.
All right. No. What else?
All right. Well, my big topic, because this is what I've been binging for the past couple days, the new season of Y'all on Netflix.
Thank you for saying that.
No,
I'm about to sneeze.
Jodie made me send her voice memos of myself saying that.
Yeah, so I was watching it.
Y'all. But okay, the lead actress in this. Now look at this. This is Robyn. Like, it's a beautiful Robyn. But you don't think does this not give you Robyn quality?
No.
Really? That?
No, how dare you?
All right, well, you would need to watch it. But like, just her facial expressions.
I've started watching
it was hard to find pictures. Have you? Do you like it?
Yes, but I'm not as into it as the other seasons. I think there's just a little bit too many characters for me to keep up with it, but I'm gonna commit to it because I did enjoy the other seasons once you got me into it. I kind of missed the thing.
Oh yeah, well, I feel like if anyone wants to watch this season, because they dropped half of the 4th season. The next season starts March 8th, but the next half of it. But they dropped the first half of season 4, and he's like in London now. And I feel like if you want to watch that, you almost need to go back and rewatch everything before, because it's been so long and it's hard to remember. So I watched that. Then I went back and I watched season 3, which I think might be my favorite season, where him and her are like together. And now I jumped to season 1, and now I'm watching 1. Okay. So then I'll watch 2 after that. I'll probably knock both those out today. But I really love that show. It's a great show.
Yeah, this season I don't know if it's because I'm not like super focused on watching it or if it's just not captivating me.
I feel like you need to rewatch season 3 and then go back and watch it.
I don't have time to rewatch something. If I'm going to watch something, it's got to be new.
It gets good.
I typically don't like scripted stuff.
I know.
He looks better with a beard. I will say that.
He definitely looks better with a beard.
He looks healthier.
I like the twist that they have here that like he's the one being stalked. Like I like that twist on it. It's cool. And then it does take a lot of turns. And I feel like stuff is gonna be revealed, but I don't know. I love it. It made me rewatch all the other seasons, so that's good. It reminds me of the Dexter season with John Lithgow. That was one. Have you ever seen that?
No.
If you're gonna watch Dexter, I'd say you could just watch that one season, and it's like one of the most perfect seasons of television. And the ending is crazy. Okay. And then the next season, the like star, like his co-star is Julia Stiles. It's kind of a drop off from John Lithgow.
Okay.
So I stopped watching it
Stuck in the Middle. My kids did watch that for a little bit, and I know that Jenna Ortega. She was also in what was it? The last season or 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, two seasons ago.
Yeah. What about Love Is Blind? Did you watch that?
Okay, so I tried to knock that out last night, like as I was falling asleep. I don't care about these. They're all terrible people.
Oh, they're
all
so
of
fucking
them.
annoying. They're
I mean, the
annoying.
whole me watching it was just going 15,
Same.
15,
Same.
15. And it was just like being like, we're doing so good. And married life is amazing. And we have so much sex. It's like so crazy. It's like, no one cares that we know you have sex. It's not like hilarious.
Yeah.
And then at one point all the women meet
girls
up
are
at a
morphing
bar.
into the same person, by the way.
They all
have the
they all
same
look exactly alike.
extensions. Yeah.
And I don't like the Alexa anymore. I know she was supposed to be our beacon because she's like 10 pounds overweight.
Oh, she's annoying.
She sucks, and she thinks that she's Queen Bee. She's got the Heather Gay syndrome.
Like, so much.
We like so much sex.
We love sex. Cool. Married sex is so hot.
It's so fun.
I didn't like her.
Wait until a year in. It's gonna just be wild. I thought it was pretty.
Yeah, wait until you have kids.
Bold.
I wouldn't like that, and it's not because she's like. I wouldn't even say she's like big. She's like normal size. Like I would kill for her body. It's just like it looked cheap. I don't care who's wearing it. I'm just like, why? Because it might make. I don't know. I didn't like it. Yeah.
Oh wait, quickly. Renee Smith says, "Have you guys watched the Chelsea and Cole HGTV show?"
No.
Hard no, and we'll never watch that. But at one point, all the girls meet at a bar, and it's just like, oh my god, and they're talking about how they're best friends. No, I hate that.
You haven't seen each other in 6 months.
Start calling you. I know. This is what happens in theater, though. After 2 weeks, you're like my best friend. Please.
And they're all so happy now. Like I've never been more happy single, and I've never been more happy. They're all
on the verge of tears. Seriously, the married people are on the verge of tears, and so are the single people.
Dude, the ballerina and her husband, he hates her.
Yeah, and she's terrified.
And she's trying to convince herself.
She definitely was like. And America, she told him, but she's doing damage control from the reunion where everyone thought that she was scared of him. So she's like, let's go to this dog park with your wiener dog, and we'll sit on these high stools and talk about have the cool banter. And that guy's like not definitely, I can't, but I think he might be an alcoholic or might have a little problem with alcohol because his cheeks are as red as mine were earlier. But that's just because I'm hot as fuck. But he's just constant. And then like at the birthday party, finally he's zonked out after like 10 minutes. And she said on their wedding night she had to force feed him food because she like got into her sexy outfit and her sexy sex outfit, and when she came back he was passed out. Sounds cool.
Yeah, everything she says, like, oh, I want to live in Dallas or whatever. And he's like, okay, yeah, but we're living in Fort Worth. That's really cute. You think that? And she's like, yeah, you're cute too. And he's like, no, okay, dumbass. We're definitely not going to live there. He's so condescending in the way that he laughs. And
all the men are, though.
Yeah, and even, what's our chick? Alexa. Why do I like him less now? Now he's more of a dick than he was.
I hate him. I don't like him either. Except her family is just the epitome of like suburban rich assholes.
New money.
They're like the cast of like all the women in You when like in suburbia. They're just awful people. She has this conversation with her mom her stepmom about how they're the same age, and her mom's just like, oh no, I don't even look that young though. No, it's like, no, it's fine.
Her face didn't move the entire time. I'm like, you could be 30 or you could be 64 and I wouldn't know.
Yeah. They're all awful.
Who's the annoying one? What's her name? Linda, Dorothy, Diane,
Nancy.
The
one whose hair is always like
dude,
this.
God, she's so annoying. That fake laugh.
She's just kind of there for reaction shots. Yeah, I don't care about her at all.
Yeah, they're all annoying. That was
it's
pretty funny. There was only 3 episodes, though. I think even the producers were like,
only there should have been. There's usually only like 1.
0.
I think
there should be 0.
There should have been 0. Or if you're gonna do this, do it a week after. Because I forgot about all these people. I stopped caring about them. Oh, Alexa's husband has a DV charge against him.
Whoa.
Super cool.
I mean,
that didn't come up in
definitely
the pods.
Why is he single? Let's get him on the show. Oh, sorry. We shouldn't be saying Alexa because it activates,
Her Kindle.
Yeah. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
boy.
you know who came out looking the best in that thing for me is Cole. And I don't know if that's why.
I know.
It's because like I fall for like men and I'm stupid, but like I believe that he feels bad, and I feel like she gaslit him. I feel like she was the abuser here. I don't
After
think
we
he even
saw
knew
the
what he was
cutie thing.
doing. I feel bad for him, and he feels so bad, and like I feel like he's like damaged now because of it. And then she's like, "No, I'm not even mad at you. Like it's fine." They like have a little conversation, and she's like, "I'm not even mad. Like it's fine. I don't even like care about you at all. I don't even think about you." And he's like, "Okay, but we're cool, right? Like, can we just at least be friends?" Yeah. And then she immediately goes back and is like, "Oh my god, Cole, he's such a stupid idiot. Like, just okay if water's under the bridge, then water's under the bridge." She says.
Yeah.
Cole
I
is a
agree
child,
with
yes.
this. Cole, I think he is a douchebag. I think he's immature, but I don't think he was 100% wrong and to blame in this situation. He probably typically is in relationships because he is kind of a douchebag, but I think he got a little karma check because the entire world saw him do it, and he was very quickly humbled. But
I do think that he didn't realize what he was doing. And then he's like, you can't win with a person with self-esteem like that. And I get it because I've been that girl, and I've seen how my boyfriends have been like so frustrated. So anyway.
Well, it seems like we're all in agreement here. Can I just bring up a couple things about the Grammys?
Yeah, sure. Tell me.
Okay. I know you didn't watch it.
Oh, J-Lo and Ben Affleck?
Is that one? There's that whole thing. Well, I've been saying from the get-go, it's so fake, whatever. I don't believe any of it. Okay, so a couple things. Last week, remember when we were doing our party questions and it was like, what trivia would you sweep in Jeopardy? And I was like, just like dumb pop culture knowledge. And I was like, for example, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, their wedding song was Songbird. Guess what's played at the Grammys by Fleetwood Mac?
Wow.
Songbird. Like hours later after I bring that up. Okay. Just wanted to say, I thought it was like, ooh. Also, The Rock was there wearing a really pretty cami under his blazer. I don't like that look, babe. I don't like when men
like a cami like this.
It was a silk. Yes. But it was like loose, like silky. I don't like when men try to
try something new.
Yeah, I don't like that. If you're going to wear like a suit or whatever, wear it. You know, I don't like that. Like when Timothy Chalamet wore that weird ass thing to, what was it?
Timothy Chalamet is trying a little too hard. I think Timothy Chalamet is trying to be too much like Harry Styles.
Oh, okay. Did you know Flava Flav was at the Grammys? Like Flava Flav. Oh, Jesus. Guess who else was at the Grammys? Who else is right up there with like Scott Peterson, OJ? Who's your other conspiracy theory person that we always talk about in the music world?
I don't know. Tom Hanks?
I don't know if he's in the music world, babe. Stevie Wonder. He showed up. Friend of the show.
Was he just walking? He was like running. He's just running through the crowd. We got a bad review about talking about Stevie Wonder.
Oh, geez. Okay, look, hey, we're a fan of Stevie. Okay, so my last one,
we're being funny.
It was a category for maybe like best female artist or best female album. I'm not a big country music person, but when I tell you, I have never seen, in recent years, a woman with such strong LP gene carrier qualities than this woman. Her name is Maren Morris. Anyone know her?
Let's check it out.
Okay. Go ahead, check this out. Who is Bonnie Raitt? Daily Mail said, "Who is Bonnie Raitt?"
Yeah, I can
Are
see
you
that.
kidding? No way. Bonnie Raitt
John Raitt's daughter, right?
What?
John Raitt's daughter, I think.
Sure.
John Raitt.
Anyway, check out Maren Morris.
I just looked at it. Yeah, I can see
come
that.
after
I can
me.
see it.
I can identify when someone carries an LP gene, and she definitely carries an LP gene. Like strong carrier, strong candidate.
Speaking of people with the LP gene, just to remind everyone, this week on Total Request Pod, we're doing 90-Day Journey, Danielle and Mohammed.
Actually, you know what? I think she carries little LP. I think she's like 2 mutations away, though. Her limbs are a little
Guys,
short.
let us know what episode we should do. 90-Day Journey, Danielle and Mohammed. There's so many good ones. Evidence is great when he goes to Miami, but also the wedding is great.
Religion. I mean, and then when he said her nanny boo boo, something was infected or wrong with it.
Again, I stand by the fact that was
they beat
he did
that
not
out
want
of
to
him.
say it. They made him say it.
Yeah.
I mean, I still feel
what's
bad.
wrong with us? What's going on? You defended Kody Brown, said he's the best dad alive, and now you're like, I like Mohammed. There, I said it.
I like Cole. Cole came out the best, but he did. Cole did come out the best. He was like, because he at least went in there for redemption. We're talking about Love Is Blind again now, but I just can't get over how bad that was. I was like, oh, I guess I should care, but I would have been excited about this a year ago or 6 months ago when we actually were watching this. You can't make us wait that long for this kind of stuff.
No. Now someone is asking me how I can tell if someone carries the LP gene. I'm just gonna like pick a photo. Be careful here. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying I can identify it. It's just something I was born with
my tooth.
That I can just tell. I'm not dissing anyone. What you think? Oh, so you're
like a short arms type thing.
Bad. See, to me, it's not necessarily an arm ratio.
I don't think you're complimenting people when you say that.
Why? I like little.
Oh, you think you're complimenting people? Okay. Oh, do you know that the kid from that had brain surgery last week?
Zach or one of his kids?
Yeah. No, not the one who's married, like the son, the twin, the little person twin. He just had brain surgery a few days ago. Okay, I don't know their name.
That might be a show that we might need to get into because there's some Amy and what's his face drama. The dad, yikes. Okay, so this is Maren Morris. Not a great photo here, not great quality. To me, it's not necessarily anything about the arms. It's like a forehead ratio. It's more of a shape.
Okay. I had a request. We had a request from someone here on Facebook. Hang on. Come on. There we go. From Braun Marley. Haven't heard Jodie's Dr. Now impression in a while. Can I request one for Sunday's Live? Always makes me giggle. So can Malgowitz. So Dr. Now, I've been working really hard.
Malgowitz, I told you cannot have the salad dressing. How much salad dressing you put the whole bottle, Malgowitz? I don't know why every time I do a voice, I always. Actually, wait, hold on.
I know, but people need to see your face, because your face morphs into it. It's so good.
Margaret. How much salad dressing you with Margaret? What did he say that one time? God, I think I still have the sound clip. Remember, she was like, "I've been doing really good. I've been eating salads and
because the mom was like, well, we switched from ranch to French dressing."
Okay, I got it.
Okay, yeah.
So why are we overeating in a plane like we don't know what's going on? Don't argue with me. She eat a gallon of honey mustard. She's eating the food that belongs 5 years ahead of time.
So what? So what? He's this weird Texas accent. My favorite is his bedside manner right here. Remember?
Hey, my God.
Oh, yeah.
How are you? Nice to meet you. You weigh 750?
I'm Margaret.
I mean, it gets right to the
now. So you weigh 750? He's brutal. God, I love him.
Everyone's correcting us that Zach got a new shunt put in.
Oh, I hope he's okay.
That's good.
I like Zach.
He survived through it.
Jeremy and Audrey.
And by the way, the new season. the new season of 600 Pound Life just started. So I feel
Okay.
like maybe we should watch a couple episodes. We could talk about that next week. We could put that on. We could actually put that on the poster.
Do you
I'll watch
want
an
that,
episode.
or do you want 1,000 Pound Sisters? Because 1,000 Pound Sisters is with Tammy and Amy.
Julie and Justine talk about 1,000 Pound Sisters a lot. I know they love it. That's something that I can't get obsessed with, but that's why I was with Sister Wives, and now look at my life. Look at my life.
God, but there's like Brother Chris, where he's always like, I got the surgery and I can't do what
Yeah.
Like he like runs out of breath. Justine does a good one. And then the best friends, like 1,000 Pound best friends or something like that too. That's another
That's what we should call our podcast.
One. I like that one.
I'll watch a 600 Pound Life. Again, I have nothing else to do. I got a few comments on Instagram telling me that they congratulate me for walking out on my job. Like, thank you. Because I still have nightmares about it. I feel bad, but I don't regret it. There's nothing I could have done. There was nothing I could have done. There was no saving what I had done.
Okay, so listen, if you don't regret it, then great. That's all you need to know.
I don't regret it in the fact that, like, I just know that I knew there was nothing to be done. That's it. That's all I can say is, like, there was no saving it. I was that in the weeds. And the only solution for my own mental health was to just be like, all right, I'm folding.
I support this.
But
I support it.
They were fucked after that. They were so fucked. And I just they're like, do you have your like list of drinks, which I hadn't even entered in yet? And I just handed them I tore out 4 pages of notes with just chicken scratch of like margarita, Bloody Mary, no table numbers. Just, it was, and they're like, all right. So they were fucked. But anyway, I stand by it. If you're in that much of the weeds, just walk out like I did. And if you do, message me.
Yeah. Hey, seeking brother husband starts.
Amanda Oh, let's watch that. Mandesha Meri said I almost rage quit my job on Thursday. Julie also almost rage quit her job.
Yeah.
People are having bad job times right now.
Dropping left and right. Stephen Asante's episodes. I know we recapped it before when he fell off the golf cart. Actually, I think we watched the entire journey.
We did.
I think I assigned that to you.
We did a 2-parter on that. I think that's on TRP.
Yeah,
I think you did.
Also,
it's on TRP. Again, another reason to check out those back episodes.
And I have another.
I want to be drug free. I went drug free. I went free.
That was Stephen Asante as well as.
Just a large pizza with cheese and pepperoni and 2 liter bottle of Coke.
Oh God.
He is, again, a monster human being. He is still alive, but we've lost the greats like John Candy and Chris Farley, and yet
James Gandolfini
piece of shit is still alive. It's unbelievable.
Well, Chris Farley worked pretty hard for that. I just got a message that my package is out for delivery, and I don't think I ordered a package. Oh, I ordered a butter tray. What's a butter tray? Because I'm bougie. It's like so that your butter can like sit out, like so your butter doesn't have to be in the fridge. Because in Canada, we don't have like sticks of butter. It's just margarine in a thing like this. There's no spreadable butter. So then you just put it in like a little tray, and it just sits on your. And I got a really bougie one. It matches my soda stream. It's turquoise, teal.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I need to get a job. I need to. I got a new phone though, guys, so I can go. Delivering for Uber, so I have something to do during the day. Jodie,
that's fun.
Yeah,
I bet you're not making gifts and videos. Big Love, we did do a recap, I think, of Big Love on TRP. I believe
I'm actually going to start rewatching that after I finish Girls.
And a couple things. Yes, my Big Fabulous Life. I think we've done 1 or 2
an episode of that. We did the one where she runs the marathon. We got some weird feedback on that because they thought we were fat shaming. I don't think we were, but I mean, it is a sensitive subject.
No, she's a drama queen. We weren't shaming her.
Michelle, it's not a butter bell. This is just a butter tray. It's just like it just like sits
A butter
just a
dish?
tray, and then you just put a lid on it and it seals.
Oh, a dish.
Yeah, butter dish. Sure.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did butter tray not explain it well enough to you?
Well, yeah, because butter trays are now replacing charcuterie boards. That is like the new thing. Where there's a charcuterie that's all different butters. Okay, so a couple things. I want to talk the Kody and Robyn and third wife rumor. I want to touch on the Ryan and Mackenzie from Teen Mom.
Going back to our Teen Mom days.
Yeah, I know. 90 Day the Other Way. It is pretty good. Have you started watching it yet?
I tried to watch it last night, and I just got to the lesbian Jodie, and then I passed.
Oh yeah.
Out.
Okay, you got to watch it. And actually, I don't know.
Maybe we'll discuss that more in depth next week, but just as something to plan.
Yeah, get caught up on it because it is pretty
sometimes. Good. Yeah. Okay.
It is pretty.
What do you think? You're into it? Okay.
Yeah, because it's all new people. Like, after several seasons of the same people, it's like, oh my God, I'm over it. The drama's not any different. Like Big Ed and Angela. That's why I couldn't get into the last season because I just don't care anymore. But let's talk about Ryan and Mackenzie. Not surprised. The only thing I want to say to Mackenzie
I was shocked.
You knew for 9 months, 13 days, 4 hours and 6 minutes, and you did nothing, Macy. Okay. You bitch. Now listen, she is a victim. Like, he's releasing shit and he's a horrible human being, but her hypocrisy is coming back around to her too, because she was pretty shitty to Macy, and you and I are not Macy fans.
No, not at all. When Teen Mom even gets brought up, I'm not triggered, but I have like this weird feeling that it's like from like another life that I had. Like, do you ever feel like that? I know you did. You recapped Teen Mom, and you didn't. Yeah, like it's like that was like my last life. I saw something on. What was it? It was on YouTube because I don't read our reviews anymore. Now that we have more listeners, I do not read our reviews. And one thing I'll say that we both have never read one of is our exit surveys on Patreon. I will never click on that because it's literally people explaining to you why they decided to stop paying you.
Specifically why they don't like you.
This is why I left. But wait, where was I going with it? Oh, somebody said on a YouTube, it was all, again, our YouTube community is the nicest community. It's nothing but praise. But then every so often one creeps and it's like, well, I like this, but I hope Amanda doesn't I feel like this is just another one of Amanda's like podcasts that she starts and then just gives up on. I had Squirrel Friends for 4 years. I had Teen Mom for 4 years. Then what else? Friends of the Countess.
Yeah.
Couple years.
Hey.
How much do you want me to do?
Looks like we made it. We're good. We're all good.
Whoops, you didn't make it though. That's my favorite thing about that song is that she wrote it for her husband for their like wedding, and then they didn't make it. It's like suck it, guys. Like they said that we wouldn't make it, and then they got divorced, which is what happens.
Right. Okay, so let's kind of transition to Drag Race, to Sister Wives. All the
wait, do you have party questions?
Oh, I do have party questions. Okay, so save that. We need to talk about Christina's.
Okay, let's do that. And then
I just said Christina because you and I always do this. We look at Justine. I'm seeing Justine's comments, and I'm thinking Christine, and it comes out Christina for some reason. Okay, Christine's new man. Kody and Robyn allegedly are dating. I don't believe it. Okay, party questions.
I have that on my list too. Yeah, but I have that on my Sister Wives section. I have a whole bunch of Sister Wives gossip. So, all right.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'm just gonna pick 2 today, so we can keep things rolling here. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Mount Rushmore of musicians. Which 5 musicians belong on it? Not your favorite, but most influential.
That's hard. All right. Do you want to go back and forth on this? Sure. And are we allowed to pick the same person?
Yes.
We are allowed to pick the same.
So most influential. I'm going to start with Jesus because there are some church songs that are bangers. That just came to me, and I'm really glad I thought of that.
And also, most of the songs that we like the hymns are like African American spiritual songs.
We do like the spirituals.
So Black people, just put that on there. Black musicians. Can I just be a category because they're
most influential?
Arguably better than all of us.
Do we put?
I guess Elvis has to be on there.
I was gonna say Elvis. That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
Can we put
the Beatles?
Yeah, or like the Supremes, like that, like.
But I would almost put them in a category of like girl groups,
right?
From like that era.
I kind of just don't want to put Diana Ross because like she always gets the attention. Like, can we have one of the other
Dreamgirls
ones?
is based on?
Yeah, I know. Bob Marley, that's a good one.
Just say like
Mercury, yeah. Tupac.
Freddie Mercury.
What's your favorite Tupac song?
God. I mean, I'm not even thinking about it. I was thinking about.
I don't know. Oh, this is a really good one. ABBA. Yes.
I do like ABBA.
Like that is pretty influential.
If you just
I know. We got Beyonce should definitely be on there.
Sure, Beyonce.
Evan,
you better say it. B.
She is center.
B. No, Beyonce's the best.
Let's
Beyonce.
God, careful. Do not even go back.
I actually do think Beyonce should be on there. Madonna.
Really?
If you think of the amount of hits, Dolly Parton, that's a great one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Prince.
Willie Nelson, Prince, Tom Petty.
Kevin McMichael says the Bay Hive is watching.
Oh yeah.
Roy Orbison, Bowie. These are good. Okay, this is you can't have a just 5 or 4. How many are on the Mount Rushmore?
This is a great party question, though. This really is a great dinner party question.
This is my favorite answer. Meg says Christine Brown. Singing at the wedding.
Ready? Let's go.
Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. I pitched it too low again.
Too low.
No, well, it needs to be uncomfortably high, though.
I mean, listen, I'm not even religious, but like, I think we can all agree that like church songs, that's where it all begins. Because you can have like the ones that are more for kids with like clapping, or you could have like Peter built the church on the rock of our faith. His banner over me is love. You could have, let's go. Here I am, Lord.
Don't, because I actually get sad when I hear church songs because I do miss that. I miss that job a lot.
See, okay, there.
No,
but I'm talking
Michael
like
Jackson,
original jams.
Michael Jackson is a good one. I mean, again, you have to separate the artist from the.
My God, careful!
Material,
I mean, we are really towing the line today. Careful. Okay,
Burt Bacharach. That's what I was gonna say. Burt Bacharach. I did a show in Miami called Suds, and it was just a jukebox musical. A lot of the songs were Burt Bacharach, and they were bangers.
I agree with that one. Okay, so
Whitney Houston, Neil Diamond. These are all great guys.
Oh God, I love Neil Diamond so much. I might just jam out to that today. Oh, let's see. Away in a Manger, No Crib for His Bed, and Lisa Barlow. Do Lisa Barlow.
My favorite church song is probably
Away in a Manger.
No, it's away in a manger, no crib for his bed. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. That's the one you don't
like
know,
that.
Right?
That's like an updated version. I don't like that.
I like that one better. Frank Sinatra.
No, I like the old G's.
Another great one.
I like the old G's. Okay. All right. We're gonna do one more. Okay. This one might get heated.
That already got contentious. People are still Air Supply. That was a road trip cassette tape for me and my family.
Okay. What's a job that you just know you would be great at, even though you have no experience in it?
Podcasting. I'm not very good at this.
No, they said you have to be great at it, though.
Okay, forensics.
Oh,
Like
you would
working
nail
with
that.
like crime. Yeah.
Like evidence gathering, or are you like analyzing, like in a dark room with like lab things?
I don't want to do like science. More like dun 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 dun. Yeah, murder investigator. Like a
Oh, okay,
detective.
got it.
Like
Okay.
I'm on the beat.
Um,
I know
I
I'd
guess
be good. I would care about that.
okay. Yeah. I would be a really good private detective, but that's like I like
Well,
already kind of
you're
do
already
that.
kind of doing that. It's kind of your job,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like podcast adjacent. I think
Everyone's
I
saying
would
private investigator. Yeah, you know, everyone wants to true
everyone's
crime.
into this. Yeah. But that's like more like a hobby. Like I just do that in my free time. I think I would be really good like a pop star, rock star. I know I could be really good at ballet, and I know I would
Oh
be
no, you
really good.
couldn't.
I know you don't believe this, but I would be really good at ballet. I would be really good at synchronized swimming.
Okay.
I just like I know I'd be good at that. And I think I'd be really good at choreography for ice skating, like an ice skating coach.
I'm trying to think what else. I don't want to. I was thinking like, should I be like? Because I was thinking about like Serial podcast, the first podcast, and I was like, could I be like a Christina Gutierrez? But I don't think I'd be a good lawyer because I would feel bad like being mean to people.
Did you not use
step out
at the Best Buy? Oh,
so what you're telling me is you stepped out on Stephanie. Again, why do I know all these people's names still? What time was the trunk pop? 3:36. I believe it is 3:36. I believe it is. Am I right? Can somebody look that up? Is the trunk pop 3:36?
I also think I'd be really good. I've talked about this before. Like ATF, FBI, like planning the stings.
Like busting like an undercover person. I could be a good undercover. Yes. I could put my degree to use. My mom is constantly saying like that, like she's proud of me, but she's like, I struggle with the fact that you're not using your master's degree. I'm like, I kind of am though. It's a degree in like entertainment.
Yeah.
And I don't like being around people.
I want to be like the head murder detective where like I'm watching my guys in the interrogation rooms, and then like they come out and they're like, hey chief, how to do it? And I'd be like, you gotta go in hard. Like I'm like their boss person that like gives them tips and stuff.
Comedian. That's a good one, Robbie. Who has, I think, is that Christine Brown, or do you just look like a lot like Christine Brown?
Yeah, thank you, Janaea. I absolutely could be a ballerina.
Well, you can't because you have to start ballet at like age like 0. So you're wrong. I'm just telling you. NY Limat 727 says, wait, you switched it out again, Jodie.
Sorry.
Oh, it's well, same person. What's your master's degree in? It's in musical theater. Jealous?
I am.
If I can give anyone advice, don't let your kids get a degree. Let them get a minor in music theater. Let them get a major in anything else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, a good boot lamp maker. You can do that.
Oh.
I'm not artistic.
You know what else
I'm not. I don't have good.
I want to be like well, I don't know if this would be like a profession. I know there's a lot of volunteering involved, but I just want to like hold the newborn babies in the nursery and just like I have like a very warm like bosom, like babies just like Rishnikov. Ooh, is that the Russian dude on
Yes, he
Sex
smelled like
City?
he tasted like black cherries.
God, he's so tiny. Ew, he's so tiny.
Ooh, I can't wait until and just like that comes back. Yeah. Did you see that TikTok? Or it's not TikTok, but it's a clip of it's funny. It's Sarah Jessica Parker and Cynthia Nixon walking down the street, and they're filming a scene, and somebody like walks in front of them or something, and Sarah Jessica Parker's like, well, you just ruined the shot. And it wasn't even like a freak out. It was just funny. It was because she was as nice as she could be. But she's like, what are you doing? Like, you just ruined the shot.
Well, sorry,
sure
we're in your world, bitch.
We're all in Carrie's world.
Lizzie.
When I'm just like that comes back.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
Maybe that's why
I'm
I
just
didn't have a
thinking
baby.
about babies and boobs again.
Okay, well, do you want to transition over to Sister Eyes? Speaking of babies,
Yes.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Congratulations, I guess, or my condolences to Madison,
baby.
And I figured I'd put this in here because I know a lot of
the
people
baby's
do
name?
care about this. It's named Josephine Lee Bresch.
Oh,
it's a little Joey. They call her little Joey. That's cute.
Oh, Joey is cute.
That's really cute too. Now
that's
the reason I saw this.
That's my neighbor Carol. Carol. Her dog's name is Josephine. They call her Josie.
I like when dogs have cute. Now the reason I saw this is because whenever I log on to Instagram, which again, guys, we still are getting a lot of message requests that I'm not seeing because I never go onto Instagram or I don't have notifications. But so if you send me something on Instagram, it'll get answered. And we're not ignoring you. It's just we both don't log onto it that much. But or I don't log onto the account. But I like to look at Janelle's page whenever I see something pop up, Michael, because sometimes every now and then we'll get a little gem like this. This is on her story.
Here we go.
She's had a little workout. Can you do a reading of this?
I just had a workout. Feeling really good. Getting in my 30 minutes and bye.
What prompted her to take this? You can even see her smile in this. It's just the top half of her face.
She doesn't give a fuck. She's supposed to make 3 posts a day or something according to their MLM. And this is one of them.
Oh, that's probably what
right there.
What it is. Yeah, that makes sense. She says, another workout on the books. I have big whys, including upcoming travel and lifestyle goals that keep me pushing to do work, even when traveling. What motivates you? What is your why? It's awesome.
It's such MLM speak. It's so cringy. God, Janelle.
It is, but I mean, do what you gotta do, girl. I guess. What else I got here? Oh, that's the Dr. Now picture. Okay, it's hard to see. What is this? Let's talk about this. So Gwendolyn just had her engagement party, and there's this amazing picture, and people are making fun of Truly in this. I think that this is like the best thing I've ever seen. Truly is a queen. Truly is a queen with a Kween. She doesn't give a fuck. The theme was Valentine's Day, by the way.
Original.
The theme was Valentine's.
Great.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What is Aspen wearing exactly? I was more taken with Aspen.
It looks like scrubs.
No, that's like a cotton. I feel like it's something my mom would have bought from. I don't know if this was like a local chain. There was a store called Honey Girl. And that reminds me of something that would have been purchased at Honey Girl. Or like a Kohl's Sonoma getaway. I don't know. It's
see, I almost feel like this is like when you go on like a weekend retreat that's kind of culty and you just wear like a two-piece. That's what it looks like. It's like, but Truly decided to dye her hair green and wear like a Wednesday Addams type shirt dress and a toque, a gray toque indoors.
And just the look, no expression.
She's so cool. I mean, I think Gwendolyn's the coolest person in the Brown family, but Truly's rivaling her right now.
Yeah, Gwendolyn's definitely got the best posture of any Brown. She's very just very.
Hi, Melanie. We missed you. Yeah, it's almost a kimono. So I'm like, yeah, it's kind of, but it looks scrubby and it looks culty. But anyway, I just love that this is what she wore.
Look at those babies.
And I also just
those little Tonys that.
Why are the babies? Babies don't need to be in this picture. It's the picture of Christine with her kids. You don't need the bebes. Get them out of there.
I kind of like just the girls. Like, get a little, what's her name? Avalon in there. Right?
Yeah, you don't need the boy. The blue is throwing the whole picture off. But I also just love the decor. This party looked kind of busted. Like, look at the decorations back there. Like, this is, and then they had like a dessert table that was like, it was like made from like Dollar Tree, which I respect. But I just love that Christine, like, Truly clearly said to Christine, this is what I'm wearing to Gwendolyn's engagement party. And Christine was like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's all just, Yeah, God. I mean, they really all look alike, and I never realized it until they've all grown into
They're all
adults.
gorgeous.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
And Truly's transitioning out of the awkward phase, and I think she'll get there.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Truly's also Truly is going to cure cancer or something. I think she's so smart. I think that's one of the smartest brown kids. Brown. So there. Truly, check it out if you haven't seen it, guys.
Okay, so what about the rumors of Kody and Robyn in Mexico, and some wife was so outraged with them and offended, and she left the resort? I'm like, I think someone's mixing up the Murfields with the Browns.
See, I don't know, though, because this keeps coming up. And I want to believe this so bad. And the fact that the other part of this is that Kody is apparently in fights with the TLC lawyers to try to get the story cut from the season, which you're crazy if you think that's going to happen. Because
who's saying?
I don't know. It's just part of the rumor mill, Jodie.
Has anyone spotted them in or around Coyote Pass?
I think it all just came from that one podcast that had a reputable source. But if that's true, it just also shows how desperate the two of them are to keep on the show. I want it to be true.
Just start ground zero, though. You really think the two of them are going to leave their tender age children and date Aurora, and they're just going to take off to Mexico? No way.
I think it would be great. I mean, well, okay. On that note, though, there's this other rumor that Janelle and Christine are getting their own spin-off show, which I think is a terrible idea. Don't do that, but you need to keep Sister Wives. We need to be able to check in with Kody and Robyn. That's what we're tuning in. We're tuning in for Kody and Robyn, and then we check out Janelle and Christine as a palate cleanser, the bright light. But we're there to watch Kody and Robyn spin, circle the drain.
I
don't
agree.
want to just see happiness.
Okay, in the beginning, I think all of us, and I'm sure you and I said the same thing, oh my God, they need a spinoff, whatever. But what's going to happen with a spinoff is that it's going to become more scripted, and they're going to be let's have Janelle and Christine make an online dating profile together. It's just
they're going to do more Janelle working out. Janelle's going to do, you know what? I was listening to Surviving Sister Wives, and I listened to the episode where they recap. Was it season 17, episode 1, where Janelle has COVID, and it's hey guys, I have COVID.
I remember. Yeah.
Janelle, you can.
She was saving the COVID in her phone, just
so it's there for later when she holds it up to her face. Okay, so speaking of dating profiles, Christine has a new man.
Yeah, she does.
He looks exactly like my Uncle Bill. Which really? I'd put up a picture, but I don't want to. And I don't want to put up a picture of the boyfriend because, I don't know, it's I feel bad doing that. But because it's not 100% confirmed, but he looks she's
dating someone.
Yes, but this is through she hasn't said who it is yet. People have investigated because the Sister Wives crowd is so crazy. Yeah, they deduced. And he looks like he is given. I feel like he could be great in bed. He's a burly man. He's burly. You don't think he's better in bed than Kody?
I don't think she's going to have a way to gauge that. If she'll
gauge it against Kody.
I almost don't want her with someone just yet. Get a little taste of everything. A little 31 flavors, Baskin Robbins. I don't know. I fear for her. I'm just a little protective. And also, I think I told you, he gives me adults adopting adults vibes.
That's just because he looks like that guy. But he likes Disney. That's cute. I kind of like that it's the juxtaposition of what he looks like an old biker guy. That's what my mom said. So he looks like an old biker guy. Also, he looks like my Uncle Bill, so I like him.
I'm skeptical of every man right now. Like
yes, well, as you should. You should always be skeptical of men. He's a widower. Yes, he is a widower.
I mean, I like the dead wife idea. Like, only because, like, then it's not like
I love a dead wife.
But it's not like he got divorced and you're really wondering, like, what's the real story? What's the true story in there, you know?
Yeah.
This is very true that Christine has been single for a decade. Hey.
Yeah.
You keep
I'm sorry.
You do it
to me all the time. Is he cute?
I mean, if she's happy, I'm happy, but I'm skeptical. Listen, you weren't around in the olden days when Vicky from Real Housewives of Orange County found Brooks, and then next thing we know, you know, he's faking cancer. Gunvalson.
Yeah. Oh, Anya Gallant Dunkel.
Gallant. Classic
Gallant. That Gallant.
Yeah, I just
what else is Sister Wives?
I'm glad we're on the same page that everyone's some people are skeptical.
Oh, I also saw. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to change the background now that we're talking about Sister Wives. Let's do it. There we go.
That is so much better.
Everyone feel better?
Yeah.
That does look good. Now I do want nacho. Ooh.
A little chilly.
I'm hot as fuck, but I don't want to take this off because
my Janelle jacket
my arms will show. Those look good. Now I do wish I had nachos. I might go to Shoppers after this and get nachos. You know what?
Well, you shop for the big game. It's the Super Bowl today. The Super Bowl today.
It is. No, it isn't.
Yes, a Super Bowl.
I did not know that.
5 p.m. Central, babe.
Well, won't be tuning into that. I'll be watching
y'all. Watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna make some like snackies.
I mean, the reason to watch the football, the football game,
food, obviously.
For the food and the commercials, but I don't really care about the commercials either.
And I'm gonna like do my laundry at the same time and like light some candles, and it's gonna be like so cozy.
It sounds like an amazing night to me, other than the football. All right. Yeah, I know Justine. I'm sure Justine will be watching football. Actually, Justine, you don't like. Oh, wait. Is the sport Justine likes football?
Yes.
Is the Bills football or is that baseball?
The
Bills is
football.
Football.
What is this?
Okay. Soccer?
Football Americano.
That was me like handing you a football because you hold it.
That's what they do. They hand each other the ball. They're like, "Here, your turn."
In Canada, they probably do.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, right away.
Jodie, could you please say Robyn's kid's name again? You say it like, oh, it's Dana Brianna, but that's from Sister
Brianna.
We gotta adopt Dana.
Or are you talking about Areola or King Solomon? Wait, go back to Francine for a second.
I'll let you do it. Okay.
Christine's boyfriend was photographed in a Black Rifle Coffee t-shirt that's from a right-wing crazy podcast and radio. Well,
don't like that story, babe.
Nacho Gate is my Super Bowl. Kevin.
I think I'm gonna have nachos tonight. Okay, I saw that Meri is not going to be in the season that much now. Shock. Well, I mean, like she was anyway. But I think that I read that they're kind of backing off on her because of all of this backlash.
What?
Where all the kids are saying she was, abusive. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just reading. I mean, people are going.
Before we get into.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Now
Maybe Black Rifle Coffee is not better. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay. Let's just all be happy that
we'll learn more as the story unfolds. Yeah. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I got my boot lamp.
46. Oh my God, I'm so hot. Okay.
You're so hot.
We're on. I just want to take
off this stuff. Christine and Kody. Jeez. All right. So, are you Chris?
I think I'm in menopause. Christine and Kody.
Guys, am I better?
No,
at Kody?
I'll be Kody. You be Christine. Let's just switch back and forth. You do Christine, I'll be Kody, but guys, get your nachos ready. Your congealed nachos after an hour and 14 minutes. And let's get into it.
Everywhere.
All right, you ready? You're Christine. Do it.
I was raised in a polygamous family just outside
Great
of Salt
job.
Lake. My grandfather was the head of our church, which means my family has been closely involved with all aspects of our faith since I can remember. You could say that when it comes to our church, I'm connected. Oh, that was loaded right there. Like
She
loaded
got it.
nachos. Yeah.
It's like she's got like a cigar hanging out of her mouth. She's like, I'm connected. She's landing a little punchline there.
Although I was raised polygamist, it wasn't until I was 17 that I decided without a doubt that I was going to accept the principle of plural marriage. It took me a while to come to this decision. I reflected and prayed and turned inward until I had my answer. Eventually, I developed a strong testimony about the way I wanted to live my life. The biggest influence on my decision to live the principle of plural marriage was my grandmother. She loved having sister wives and knew that the strongest relationship in her marriage was with them. When I decided that I was going to enter into a plural marriage, I knew that it would only be as a third wife. Even as a teenager, I was certain this was the path for me. I
always thought that was a good idea. Like the point, she always talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
It's a good point. That is the best. There should be no fourth wife.
She meant
third
was
wife
last
is perfect.
wife, though.
Last wife, but not second.
Yeah.
Not second and
No.
last. Because then it's just
no.
two women.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know how women get.
I understand how many people might think this is a strange preference. Why would I want to come third when I could come first? But when you think about it, if you are committed to plural marriage from a young age, as I was, you're less interested in the monogamous stage of the relationship than in a plural stage. I wanted sister wives as much as I wanted a husband. It's a common misconception, at least in my worldview, that it's best to enter a family as a first wife. People often think incorrectly that the first wife has the highest status and the most security. I never saw it this way. In fact, in my opinion, being the first wife takes too much work and involves too much self-sacrifice. You have to give up your life entirely and be joined at the hip to your husband. It's just you and your husband until the day he marries a second wife. This kind of single-minded devotion never appealed to me. I'm independent and I like my freedom.
And
Bloop.
Kody hates that.
Oh.
These women with their independence. Remember when he was trying to load in that snowblower and like did a shit like a piss poor job of it? He's like, I guess this is Christine showing her independence. Yeah. Also, she just asked you to load in a snowblower. Just
and
do
then
it and
go bye-bye.
Yeah, see ya.
Being the second wife didn't seem like a better option either. In fact, I think that would have been worse than being the first wife. The second wife has the hardest job and is put in the most uncomfortable position because she's the one who comes along and disrupts the marriage of the first wife and her husband. You can't blame her. It's not the second wife's fault. It's just the nature of her role. She's the wedge that comes between the couple. And I was never going to put myself in that position. No matter how fair and understanding a first wife is, there's no way to avoid the emotional struggles and heartache when a second wife joins the family. But the third wife, she's the lucky one. She's the one who comes along and makes peace between the first two wives.
Isn't that the word you used to describe Janelle's position in this family? Lucky. Kody Brown.
Well, no, the third wife, Christine. Yeah, she's so lucky.
Yeah, all of them.
Jeez. Have you noticed that there is not one thing we can make fun of Christine at this point? Like every other wife, every paragraph.
She's actually
like,
because I feel like she actually wrote this. Janelle was like, here's some jot points and here, go take it.
God, I think I wanted to like live in a teepee or something. And then
God, I forgot about that. That was hilarious. And then Meri just like was just rambling. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna say this now.
I was so shy.
I read ahead, or I looked ahead rather, to Robyn and Kody chapter. Shocker, spoiler, Robyn's chapter is the longest. Because she's just I'm just talking about plural. I know everything about being a sister wife and it's like destiny. But she says, I got married, whatever. She says at one point, I knew I was a first wife, which you were never a first wife. You were a wife. Right. You were an only wife. And she said, I knew I always wanted sister wives, but my marriage didn't last long enough for us to get them.
Sure.
Excuse me? Weren't they together 9 years?
But she
Kody married Janelle after
so hard.
Oh, she wanted it so bad, Kody. All right, go ahead. Sorry, lucky one. She's the lucky one.
The third wife is in a blessed position. Oof. She doesn't have to face marriage on her own without the help from sister wives or bear the burden of breaking up a previous monogamous couple. I was going to be a third wife all the way.
There's
Around
so
my
many
19th
exclamation
birthday,
points. She has a lot of exclamation points because she's just like happy.
she's trying to convince herself she was happy back then
Yeah.
too, as she's
Yeah.
writing this. Around my 19th birthday, my sister Wendy went on a survival trek with our church. I can guarantee Janelle was there, by the way. The leaders of her group were a newlywed couple, Meri and Kody Brown.
Janelle was like killing pigs like with her bare hands, like just ripping.
Janelle was like on what is it? Not Wildcats. What the hell?
Naked and Afraid.
No, what the show?
Oh, Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. Janelle is Christina Ricci in Yellow
She's
Jackets.
like breaking squirrels' necks, and she's like, "Gotta do what you gotta do, guys." She's got like a freaking headband around her head. She's full camo. God, I love Janelle.
Crashed. They walk out and she's already like ripping shreds off of her pants and tying it around.
Exactly.
God, I love it.
It's like on The Office where Pam and Dwight get locked in the elevator
Survivor
and he
Man.
immediately starts peeing.
Oh, I was
no, where they get locked in the elevator and she's like, "We've only been locked in here for 2 minutes," and he's like, "We need to establish a corner."
Also, like, how weird a newlywed couple. Like, get a life, go home and bone or something. You're just like out bringing youth. It's just weird. I don't know. When Wendy returned from her adventure, all she could talk about was Kody. Kody. She was full of stories about how strong and athletic Kody was. Kody pulled us all up a hill, he said. He threw us over a wall one by one. Okay, perv creeper, aren't you married? Why are you having such fun with a teenage girl?
When he made Christine get on his shoulders to hang up that flag for Mona Reiki.
That was like within arm's reach.
Yeah, and there was a garage light. Yeah. He just wasn't tall enough.
What a man. Pulled us all up a hill. Wendy explained that Kody and Meri were new to our group, which is why I'd never heard of them before. As it turned out, Meri had been a member for years. She'd even been over to our house on several occasions, but no one had noticed her until she married Kody. That was a dig.
That was a burn.
Such a
dig. That was a little burn. It was a Christine dig.
And it wasn't, I mean, we can all agree, it wasn't because Meri was shy. It's because Meri was a fucking bitch and they all avoided her. The next day I went to church with Wendy. The hall was crowded. I was checking out the crowd when my eyes landed on a handsome young man. Ooh. Without my sister telling me, I knew he was Kody. I thought, wow, Wendy forgot to mention how cute Kody is. He's really, really cute. Oof. All right, Kody.
Mandesha Marie says, "I would establish a pee corner next to that country roads bitch and hope she shuts up."
At her feet.
That's good, yeah.
Totally.
All right, here comes Kody Brown.
Let's mansplain this, okay? Let's bring it down to the women.
Let me break down what Christine just told you. I have to admit that I don't remember seeing Christine in church that morning. First thing out of his mouth is like, "Yeah, I don't remember her."
Mona Reiki in the chat.
Mona Reiki's in the chat. I love the names people have. Beaker Face, Robyn's Goiter, Mona Reiki. These are fucking great. All right. I have to admit, I don't remember seeing Christine in church that morning. I had been in church for only 6 months, so the group was fairly new to me. There were different faces at church each week, which made it difficult for me to remember everyone I met. He has so many friends.
Oh,
Jodie.
Mr. Personality. He's the Bella DeBall.
I bet he remembered all the men's names.
Oh, he's so attention thirsty.
A week after I returned from the survival trek. Is that how Christine?
Yeah, survival trek.
She did.
You know, Kody named it that. It was a camping trip, and he named it survival trek. 100%.
And they went on a 10-mile hike, or not a 10-minute hike.
They found one of those little obstacle courses that are set up in the woods where it's like a tire. And then a rope.
And you're walking through on logs.
And this was just a chance for Kody to perform for the women, the teens. Because he was in his
element. Of course. Okay. So a week after I returned from the survival trek, our church held a dance, Jodie. Of course, I
This
attended with my
church
new
sounds like it
wife,
sucks.
Meri. Okay.
Way too many activities.
He went with Meri. Although I'd met Janelle once or twice. We were only casual acquaintances at this point. Well, because she was married to Meri's brother. Hang on, I need to put on some.
She was your
Vaseline
sister-in-law.
on my lips. All right. But there was one girl who caught my eye. Christine. So he liked Christine before he even met Janelle.
Well, hold on. This was before she ate. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold
okay,
on.
Sorry.
Slow
She was
your
wearing
roll.
a turquoise. Oh, get ready, guys. Get ready to get pretty horny imagining this.
Yeah.
She was wearing a turquoise dress with a lace ruffle at the collar.
What a fucking slut.
Can I look on Amazon to see if I can get one of those? She was bubbly and sweet and as cute as anyone I've ever seen. She was also overflowing with positivity.
Okay. She's chubby.
You think she's chubby, right?
Bubbly and overflowing.
It's just like your GIF not being uploaded because the file
Your
was
file's too large. My 3-second GIF. You're too fat.
Of you
Your
doing
GIF
the
is
hand
too fat.
jive. Your GIF is too bad. She was overflowing with positivity. Her liveliness and good cheer were infectious. However, page turn.
Great place to leave that. However,
oh wait, I thought he was going to say she was fat, but no, I was still a newlywed and new to the polygamist faith. Although I thought
so you were married.
Yeah, married,
and she was a teen.
That's right. I forgot about that little fact. Although I thought Christine was really cute, I wasn't yet ready to consider a second wife. Okay. I didn't know this, but Christine had a crush on another boy that night.
Told you she was a slut.
What could her life have been?
A lot more turquoise and ruffles.
A lot more roughly. She was just 19 and she was a romantic. No, she was 19 and she's horny.
She's 19
she hasn't had sex.
And she's a woman.
19. Yeah.
And Meri wasn't like that because Meri really wanted to go hook up with your sister Christy.
Christy, God. Meri's chapter was real. I thought that was going to be boring, but that took us on a wild ride.
Oh yeah.
So did Janelle's. This is my favorite book of all time, I gotta say. Mount Rushmore of books. This is George Washington. Is he on there? Is he on I don't know who's on Mount Rushmore. But there was an undeniable spark between, because Kody thinks there's a spark with him and any woman.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. He's irresistible.
When I looked at her, I had a feeling, call it a sixth sense, that our destinies were interlaced. You were horny.
Yeah, you're looking at every woman and you do what every guy does. Picturing yourself having sex with her. Yes.
Meri and I didn't have any newlywed friends.
Oh, shut What? They didn't have friends?
Meri's not attracting people over all the
Kody
time.
and Meri together. They don't have.
It is crazy those two ended up together though, because they're both the same level of narcissist, but like, yeah, they're both repellent, but in different ways. I mean, and since we didn't have any children and Meri wasn't pregnant, we'll jab there to Meri.
Yeah.
Like, just remember how she's infertile. We spent most of our time with single people our age. We always had a group at our house eating ice cream. Kody loves his ice cream, Jodie.
Eating ice cream and hanging out. This is the weirdest newlywed couple. This is predatory.
Does this
teens come and hang out?
Is this why Logan loves ice cream so much? Because remember, Logan's always getting that ice cream.
I don't like this.
Eating ice cream and hanging out. Christine had a big circle of friends, which I believe because Christine is likable. She's a likable,
which is why he hates
and
her.
a good person. Yes,
because
which is why he's always been jealous.
Naturally, is the center of attention, and that's what he wants. Yep.
And she always seemed to be in our midst. And since Christine's family was so involved in our church, they regularly hosted gatherings to which Meri and I were usually invited.
Okay, wait, think about that sentence. Sorry. Since Christine's family was so involved in our church, her family is involved in our church. No, you just got involved in her church that her family is royalty of. Like, he's trying to make it sound like
they like own the church.
Yeah, no, you're new here. You just came here.
They're the Meri, like they're Meri Cosby.
Yeah, they've always gone there. You're the new one. Nobody even fucking knew Meri existed.
NY Limit just says all Mormons love ice cream. It's a real thing. I mean, that makes they're not allowed to have like coffee or like
Yeah, they just like get
soda.
off on ice cream. Okay.
I mean, ice cream's good.
Mm.
I had I went to Daphne's house yesterday. She made corn souffle and chicken souvlaki, Amanda.
I swear she makes that corn souffle every other weekend.
She really nailed it this time though. I liked it, and then she handed me the recipe book so I could take a picture of it so that I could make it so much corn, Jodie.
And she probably said, "Don't show Jodie," because she's still cock teasing me around with that lemon meringue pie recipe.
It's the sheriff. I'll send you the sheriff for your birthday.
Yeah, but she never gives. That's what she says, but then she gives me no other details, no measurements.
I think she's just following the recipe off the thing. But for dessert, we had a bumbleberry pie with a like whipped cream, and I was like, "Don't give me too much whipped cream because I'm lactose intolerant." And it was just you couldn't even see the pie, which is why 3 minutes before we started recording, I was like, "I need to go to the bathroom really quick," and Jodie's like, "Well, hurry up in there." And I was back in 45 seconds.
Yeah. Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I always wash my hands. What do you think of me?
It's
just because my life's a disaster doesn't mean I'm disgusting.
I truly don't know. Like you
don't know what goes on in here.
Supermarket sweep time. Like it's so quick. I don't know how you make it happen.
Because I wait till it's ready. What are you doing in there? Are you like in there for an hour doing a crossword puzzle?
No, I don't.
Wait until it's ready and go. God. Okay. Anyway, back. I don't know how we got there. We'll get back to that subject when we get to the nachos, though. Okay. I don't even know where we are. We were newlyweds. Meri and I weren't. Okay.
While I had an inkling.
While I had an inkling that perhaps something important was starting to develop with Christine, I was awed with how adorable and upbeat she was. He keeps using words to like
so
low-key call her.
She's like happy
cute.
And smiling, like dumb. Nothing's.
But he won't call her pretty or like attractive. She was just adorable. It's cute. She's a cutie pie. Meri and I weren't yet looking to add to our family. We were newlyweds and still very much a couple in love. Okay. This made it difficult for me to hang out with my buddies because it would mean leaving her alone. But I need my bro time.
Name one.
I need to wrestle.
Name one buddy.
No, quick.
Name one buddy.
Quick. Who's your best friend?
He hasn't talked about a buddy.
Not Asian Ken.
We're on wife 3. Not a man's name spoken once.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Eventually, Christine and Meri became friends, which was great. But when I started to notice that Christine was growing interested in me, and when I started visualizing a future together, I knew that exploring this would be unfair to Meri at this point. He just can't. He likes to lead women on and then go, oh, I don't know about that. But maybe I really like you. Though.
He needs to be courted.
So wait. Well, I'm waiting for you. Well, I'm not coming.
I'm not coming. Yep. By the way, you wait until you turtle. That's the key. No ring around the I don't understand what that means.
Turtling is like when like the poop like kind of like a turtle.
I don't want to talk about this, babe. What?
I don't have that I always kind of have diarrhea. So, I mean, when I know it's ready, I gotta get it.
Oh, God.
Jodie, how long have we been best friends?
Talking about Cody and
you need to get over it.
Slips quite literally right into
well,
diarrhea.
You should know what a turtle head is.
No, okay, the ring around the bum. I don't get that. What's ring around the bum? A ring around the bum. A ring around the bum.
That's the key. No ring. My bum is on the gum.
Oh,
I can make a bubble with my bum. Who's that? Latrice. She's ready to come up. Latrice is like, you need to get back on topic here, producer Latrice.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew that. I knew that exploring this. Wait. Eventually, Christine and Meri became friends, which was great. But when I started to notice Christine was growing interested in me, okay, it would be unfair to Meri. If Christine and I started hanging out alone, in essence, if we were to start courting Michael, Meri would be abandoned by her 2 closest friends. So Christine is Meri's closest friend at this point. That's sad. Because Meri was not Christine's closest friend.
Also, if he and Meri knew that they were going into a polygamous marriage, why would this be any surprise?
Well, they weren't ready. They were newly in love. We
Okay,
don't
none
know
of
the
this makes
timeline here.
sense, but okay.
Meri had inadvertently, can you say it? Inadvertently made it clear to me on several occasions that she wasn't prepared to court Christine. Oh, I'm sure she did. One weekend at a field day for the younger members of our faith. Fun.
I hate this
Lots of
church.
ice cream.
Way too many activities all the time.
I have to go
I
to
don't like
that
this.
now?
I'm too much of a homebody. Yeah.
Yeah, I was busy. Okay, I was busy being my loud, boisterous self. I just picture him like
Fun.
at this event, like dancing around like he did at that fucking wedding. I was running all over the field we were gathered at, hosing people down with water.
You asshole.
You monster.
Isn't that so funny? That guy that runs around and sprays people with a hose.
I would be so embarrassed if my husband did that.
Oh my God. Yes.
Everyone
That's
was
mortifying.
Everyone was chasing me in order to pay me back, aka beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Did cell phones exist? See, this is the era where you could shove someone in a pool and not you wouldn't be destroying their $1,000 computer that lives in their pocket.
True.
But they couldn't catch me. I'm so fast, Jodie.
Oh, God,
in the middle of all this, oh God, no, I don't like
this. This is bad, you guys. This is really bad.
In the middle of all this, I heard Christine cry out, "Kody, my masculine man!" Bullshit.
I don't think that happened. No way. That doesn't like roll off the tongue like molasses.
It doesn't.
Kody, my masculine man.
I feel like she was like, "Yay, Kody! That's my guy," or something like that. And also, they were probably already courting at this point, because I don't think Christine would have yelled that out if she didn't feel like it was okay to do
masculine man. No.
Okay. I looked over at Meri and I could almost hear her growling. I can picture that.
That's hot.
I can see this. Yeah. I haven't seen many examples of plural marriage since I was new to the faith, so this was the first time I experienced it close up, but I couldn't blame her. We were very young. Despite our initial resistance, something was pulling us together. I couldn't deny that Christine would be part of my family someday, but we all needed to grow up first. Yeah, Christine was 19.
Yeah, exactly. Christine needed to become legal, is what Kody's trying to say here. Yeah. I love this. Don't want no short man. Oh, that's great. Okay. I loved Kody and Meri, and although my crush on Kody was getting serious, I wasn't interested in marriage yet. Still, I was always eager to hang out with them. Whenever my parents hosted a volleyball party, Meri and Kody always topped the guest list. I'm sure they were the first ones RSVPing, those assholes.
God, can you imagine Kody playing volleyball? Kody's like hosing everyone down. I'm just trying to serve, man.
Oh, he'd be like running up from the back to like come to a spike, and they're like, "I said I got it." Like I said mine.
Yeah, like you're in the back.
Comes out of nowhere and just God.
Yeah.
Meri, I'm sorry. After spirituality and faith, the trait my dad values most is athleticism. Awesome. I mean, listen, girls love when their dads above.
Oh, well, look how I turned out.
Value athleticism. Yeah.
The 6 months of my life where my dad liked me was when I was like anorexic and just working out 3 hours a day. He loved me though. That was great. God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we hung out all the time. Fun.
I'm just laughing because I can relate. So he was taken with Kody from the start. Whenever I talked to my dad about boys I was interested in, he always steered the conversation in the same direction. And how was Kody, he'd ask. Kody made a big splash when he joined our faith.
I'm sure he did.
Because he was running around with the fucking hose.
He's hosing everyone down.
He was nice looking, which impressed a lot of the women, but he was also well-spoken and outspoken. He was confident when he talked in front of a crowd. He knew how to take a spiritual concept and deliver it in a positive and inspiring way. He sounds like a cult leader right here.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Or what's the word? Narcissist. He made a good impression on the people in charge of our church and was often called upon to speak at fireside meetings. About a year after I first met Kody and Meri, Kody organized a youth trip up to his parents' ranch in Wyoming. Again, Kody, stop bringing young girls on trips.
Yeah. Stop bringing them up to your like scary ass like murder ranch.
Yeah. Kody wanted to expose his younger peers to his parents' lifestyle and introduce his parents to young people in their new faith. This sounds so creepy. That's weird.
I wouldn't let my kids go on that, babe.
Oh, hell no. To go see Hwin and that handsome woman? I don't trust him. By this time, it was pretty clear that I developed a serious crush on Kody. I was always hanging around Meri and him. So when we all piled in our caravan of cars to drive to Wyoming, I got someone to drive my car, and I made sure that I rode in
Jodie,
Kody's.
we're already here. We're about to enter Nacho Gate. So everyone I just looked ahead. This is already happening.
Oh, I just saw the words gas station.
I just saw the word nacho. Okay. This is it. So
happening.
Everyone.
19 people headed up to the ranch for the weekend. We set off from my house in Utah, but when we hit the mountain passes, we drove into a massive snowstorm. Oh, again, like Kody.
Great planning on that.
He dooms
can't check the weather.
Every car trip he is on, every road trip.
How many flat tires you got that trip, Christine?
It was unbelievably slow going. Shocking from the start. And we had to stop and take turns pushing one another's cars. The drive should have taken half a day.
Sounds like a Brown
but we wound
trip.
up being on the road overnight because of the weather.
Oh, yeah.
Since we were all young,
it
was still fun being out there together. It felt like an adventure.
Is it still feeling like that in 2010 when you're driving to Vegas?
Years later,
6-hour road trip that turns into 2 days.
Speed tire on Janelle's coupe. Okay.
All right, this is happening right now. I just got like really hot, and I think I just had a bunch of like twitches. So if anyone's new tuning in, I have Tourette's. I wasn't having like a seizure or something. All right, here comes Kody with his version of the story. We drove all night to Wyoming. It was dangerous. Okay. Meri and I rode in the front seat, and Christine sat in the back. I kept looking at Christine. I know. Because I remember reading this when we did like a mild reading of this on our Patreon. I kept looking at Christine in the rearview mirror. For months, I'd been watching her. I loved her spark, her bubbliness. She was so full of life and enthusiasm. Just the perfect person to have along on a miserable drive. In fact, I was discovering that Christine was the kind of person I wanted to have around all the time. Until Robyn enters the picture. Mm-hmm. She lit up every room and brought a fun, positive energy to any event. Meri often stood on the sidelines during games and group activities. I'm Meri, basically. This is like me. But Christine was always willing to participate in anything, no matter how silly. When we set out on our road trip, I was convinced that... Here we go!
Here we go.
I was convinced that Christine was the cutest girl in the world, although she was a little chubby. Back then I was young and superficial enough to care about physical appearances. After we'd been on the road all night, we stopped at a gas station.
Oh no.
Ooh! I think it's happening.
I just got goosebumps. I hate this.
I know.
I hate this.
I'd been drinking soda pop to stay awake, and my stomach felt sour and upset. Just thinking about food made me queasy. Oh, I'm so tiny.
My tum no feel good.
Christine went into the Quickie Mart. Also, I don't think Quickie Marts actually exist. He was just thinking of Apu from The Simpsons.
Also, I think Quickie Mart is not spelled like the actual word Quick. Isn't it like Kwik?
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but I don't think that there's nothing that's called a Quickie Mart.
Okay, well,
like a convenience.
Let's talk about the important.
Let's see what happens inside the Quickie Mart. Christine went into the Quickie Mart and bought herself what seemed like. Okay, before we even go into this, I want everyone to please check out our fucking Patreon, you guys, because we mention this a lot. We reference this paragraph all the time.
Word for word.
We're getting it verbatim. This is word for word.
Oh, yeah.
This is off the noggin.
I couldn't tell you my kids' first words, but I could tell you this.
I could tell you this whole thing.
Cap in hand.
Okay. Let me go back here. Christine went into the Quickie Mart and bought herself what seemed like the largest portion of chili cheese nachos that I'd ever seen. The sight of those nachos turned my stomach. I couldn't watch her eat them. Well, she doesn't want you to fucking watch her eat them. No woman wants you to watch
eyes on the
them
road,
eat.
asshole.
Yeah, come on. It's like danger. You're in the middle of the night during a hurricane storm. Hurricane? A snowstorm. Okay. She must have been starving because she was eating. She probably was fucking starving, you asshole.
Yeah.
She must have been starving because she was eating so quickly. And there was chili sauce and nacho cheese everywhere. Everywhere. Looking back, I hate myself for the thoughts I had at that moment. But the sight of this chubby girl in my car devouring chili cheese nachos for breakfast put the brakes on our relationship. It brought out the most superficial and shallowest side of me. I still liked her. In fact, I liked her very much. But the nacho experience cooled my attraction a little. Well, a lot.
The nacho experience.
This was an experience. Can you imagine eating food in front of a man and then him calling it an experience? Just watching you eat something?
The nacho experience. It really should be an attraction at like Universal Studios. The nacho experience.
And just how long can you watch this chubby girl? Like, what could she have been doing that there was chili and cheese
devouring?
The sight
she
of
must have been hungry. She must have been starving.
She was eating them fast for breakfast.
God.
Yeah, she was probably starving because they were pushing cars.
Yeah.
Up a hill.
She was doing like a P90X workout for the last 12 hours. Yeah. Little hungry.
Now,
Sorry,
did you know
your
that
tum-tum from your sody pop. It made your tum-tum sound.
Oh, but I'm Mormon. I don't like to. I can't have caffeine. There's a tell-all where I don't know if it's Tamron Hall, but somebody addresses this with them and they discuss it. And Christine's like, I remember, know it was, but it's been wiped. I think we talked about that, but that has been completely wiped. So I really would love to know the backstory on that. Oh, hi, Date with Dateline. Sorry, I just listened to your episode with Surviving Sister Wives last night. So hi, it was really good. It was fun. Okay. All right,
love y'all. Okay, so where were we? Oh, Christine. Of course, I had no idea that I'd gross Kody out with my nachos. Christine, you queen, don't apologize.
Don't fucking apologize.
Oh God. Okay.
Are there people in the chat who don't know this? And like, I wonder if there's people that are hearing this for the first time because this is not shocking to us. But like, imagine hearing this for the first. It is shocking.
She had 6 children with this man. God. Oh, God. Okay, I mean, this is straight out of little Jodie's diary. I was an overweight kid who likes junk food a little too much.
There's no
and
little
of all
too
the
much.
Junk foods in the world, chili cheese nachos were my favorite. Who cares? Don't apologize, Christine, for liking some nachos.
If somebody watched, if like a guy watched me devour this chubby girl at 6 a.m. for breakfast. This was my life. I was eating Kraft dinner this morning, devouring it. There was there was butter and cream everywhere. And then them saying like, yeah, that was gross. I broke up with you for that. I would not stop eating Kraft dinner. I would choose the Kraft dinner over the man.
And talking about it 20 years later after you've had 6 children.
And the Kraft dinner experience, he would call it.
And to think like it's funny. Like he's telling a funny story of when he used to be insecure. Like how he used to be superficial.
So what happened here? So like the editor of this book was like, Latrice is running through my legs again. She's like, you're off topic again, babe. But what do you like? Do you think the editor was like, so Kody said this, Christine. So now what's your response?
Your response?
Like, this seems like this happened immediately after she found out. I had no idea I'd grossed out Kody like that.
God. When we finally got to the ranch, Kody transformed into a hero. He was a total stud. All the girls on the trip watched him with their mouths wide open, myself included. I'd seen Kody back in action back in Utah. I'd seen him display his talents in church, and I'd seen how he transformed himself into the life of every party. But now I was seeing a whole new side of him. Kody was the complete cowboy. Gross. At the ranch, he was instantly in his element. He got right in there and wrangled the cows.
I don't like that. I don't want him touching animals.
Yeah, the cow was probably just standing there. He just went over and just like fucking wrestled it.
Yeah, probably.
What did it do to you?
I'm a man.
God, and it's so gross that he's doing this again for an audience of teenage girls. He worked the fields. He shoveled and cleaned and got down and dirty with all the animals. Okay, why? Is that necessary on a ranch to just run up to an animal and get down and dirty? I was totally impressed. I thought Kody was the coolest guy in the world. This is so sad because at this same time, he's thinking, that gross chubby girl.
God, as he's wrestling, he's taking out his aggression about the nachos on the cows.
Oh, he's trying to pick up the next teenager that's watching.
Yeah. Look at me.
When I got back home, I was gushing about Kody to a friend. She knew that I wanted to be a third wife, so we came up with a plan. She'd marry Kody first to be a second wife. A few months later, I would join them as third wife. I took this plan more seriously than my friend, who eventually got married to another man. My visit to Wyoming had made a fantastic impression on me, and I was eager to return. I had become very close to Kody's sister. What the fuck is with Kody's sister?
His sisters are really wrangling these chicks.
She's a good wingman. Kody's sister really knows how to get him in a headlock with her legs and then.
Oh, Noelle's wondering was he wearing his working gloves? I don't think he bought those yet.
Oh, this is very culty. Oh. I'd become very close to Kody's sister, so when she invited me to spend the summer with her at the Browns Ranch, I accepted immediately. This sounds so weird. Let's get these young girls up to our ranch. And then, I don't like it. When I was living with the Browns, a local family started to express their interest in our faith. They had a daughter who, on one visit, spotted a picture of Kody. The minute I saw her look at it, I knew she'd be interested in him. I felt very threatened by her. She was beautiful and thin, and I was immediately afraid she'd catch Kody's eye. A few months after I met her, this girl was invited to come to an event in Utah for the younger members of our faith. Since I was going down, it felt to me to drive her and to introduce her to some of my friends. Not doing so would have appeared selfish. Well, I wonder who gave her that idea.
Yeah.
That she's so selfish.
She is so selfish. What a bitch.
I drove the new girl and her brothers to Utah. The whole ride down, I kept saying to myself, what are you doing, you idiot? I was completely threatened by her. When I got to the youth event, I immediately realized that all my fears were well-founded. Right away, Jodie and Meri took particular notice of her. This is so creepy.
Gross! I hate this.
Ew.
Because Kody and Meri that night were like, okay, so Christina at those nachos, so she's out. So we need to find someone quick at the ranch.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to wrangle a bunch of cows and shit.
Meri loved breaking Christine's heart.
Yeah.
Ugh. This is so gross. Right? I'm sorry. Their interest was overwhelming and undeniable. I was heartbroken and jealous, tortured by the fact that Kody seemed to find her more attractive than me. To make things worse, she and Meri hit it off immediately. They became inseparable, instantaneous best friends. Weird.
Meri is such a manipulative asshole. She's so
Meri
manipulative.
And Robyn, right?
Yeah. Costa. Hi, Costa. Says this is grooming, plain and simple. That's a perfect word.
Yep.
This entire trip to Wyoming is grooming.
Yep. Costa, I was swooning over your TikTok. So please throw that up. You guys need to go follow him. It is like
Costa. It's
ASMR to the soul. It's amazing. Please throw it up here so we can post it. One morning after I returned from the ranch, Kody and Meri came to pick me up. We'd made plans to spend the day together in the city. Again, this is weird. They're not interested in her, but they're still.
But he's got to keep him on the hook. You got to have him on the hook, Jodie. In case he loses weight and decides to give up nachos.
Right. We lingered on the porch of my parents' house. Kody and Meri had strange looks on their faces. They seemed excited, but a little nervous. Then they told me that they were courting the girl I'd introduced them to at the youth conference.
These people are Such fucking assholes. So they're like, let's go
Meri
out on a date.
Meri took glee in this. It's so sick. Ugh. I was devastated. It ruined my day. In fact, it ruined my year. I decided then and there that I was not going to marry Kody, no matter what happened. Oh my God, this is like gut-wrenching. It wasn't because of Kody. It was because of the girl he and Meri were courting. She was too young and too cute. Period.
I forgot about that. I just got chills through my whole body because I just remembered that she's underage.
And I just couldn't see her in my future. I broke off the friendship. I couldn't be around Kody and Meri while they were courting someone else. Kody and Meri's news was not the most devastating blow I received that year, not by a long shot. A few months after I returned to Utah, my parents told me they were getting a divorce. Even worse, my mother had decided to leave our faith, which felt like the worst kind of abandonment. I was stunned and inconsolable. I felt as if my world was disintegrating. I'd seen no signs of trouble between my parents, and I couldn't imagine a life in which we would no longer be a cohesive family.
Do you think that she's like in a truly situation where her parents just didn't really communicate? Like where it's like truly didn't notice that there was problems because they never talked to each other and truly didn't know what a good relationship looked like?
Yeah, well, she didn't know any different. Yeah. Well, I'm sure she can go to Kody and Meri and they're going to like help her through this, right?
Zaggy says, I have to pee, but I can't miss this. You can always rewind.
Let me see. I completely shut down. I didn't want anything to do with any of my old friends. I couldn't bear associating with people in Kody's circle or people who know my family when it was intact. I turned inward. I told my father that I wasn't interested in dating and that if a boy approached him and expressed interest in me, I didn't want to know about it. I was so shaken by my parents' divorce that I wanted to make sure I was solid in my faith before I committed myself to someone else. Naturally, I questioned the whole concept of marriage. If my parents couldn't sustain the relationship, what chance did I have when the time came? Even though I cut myself off from a lot of my friends, Meri and I still talked on the phone from time to time. Oh, I'm sure they did. So that Meri could just rub it in.
Oh, how's it going? And then Christine's like, actually, things are going like kind of bad. Like my parents just got, and Meri's like, yeah, we're dating someone else. Like Meri just calls her just to
be like, wow, must be really hard. Your parents not together. Wow, and your mom like left. God, what a bitch. I resisted these phone calls because I didn't want to hear about the courtship. Exactly what you just said. She's sad and Meri's just calling to fill her in on their new dating life with this underage girl. It had been prolonged because Kody and Meri wanted to wait for the girl they were courting to turn 18 before making their engagement official. Even though I wanted nothing to do with it, I heard when they got engaged. And I knew when they set the dates for the wedding.
That's so calculated that they were waiting for, like, someone just said
that. It had been prolonged because Kody and Meri wanted to wait for the girl they were courting to turn 18 before making their engagement official. So, like, they were engaged, but wasn't official.
Right. R.gr.Rancourt said, how did this chapter not result in an investigation? With 3 question marks. Yeah. How did this? How did Kody even let Christine print this?
Remember, they schooled us with like the FLDS and it's underage marriage, and they don't want any parallels.
Gross, Warren. We're not like Warren Jeffs.
No,
this is disgusting.
No. A week before the wedding, I received a phone call. I was standing in the kitchen when I answered the phone. It was Meri on the other end of the line. My heart nearly exploded with joy when Meri explained that the wedding had been called off. It was the happiest day of my life. Yeah, and that, teenager who they were going to marry.
And haven't we both been there, Jodie? And haven't we all been there where you hear that they broke up and you're just like, oh yes, now I can be like sloppy fifths or whatever. Now maybe he'll settle for me.
I felt as if I could re-enter the world again. I immediately welcomed Kody and Meri back. God, Christine, have some self-respect. But my happiness was short-lived. One day, completely out of the blue, Kody called me up.
I forgot about this too.
Christine, he said, Janelle's driving me crazy. I can't stand it. She really frustrates me. Who's Janelle? I said. I had no idea who he was talking about. You know her, Kody said. You've met her here and there. I had
Wait,
no
hang on.
idea.
Let's stop.
Yeah.
What's the situation going on here? Why is Janelle driving him crazy? And also, why would you think I'm going to call Christine?
Well, because she's the fat, chubby friend.
She's a friend. She'll
And
go along with
also,
it.
like, maybe I want to, like, consider, like, because this girl kind of broke my heart and dumped me. So I'll go to a girl that I know is just going to come running after me and kiss my ass.
And what was Janelle doing to drive him crazy? Not putting the mugs where they're supposed to be?
Job.
Yeah, that, or like her and Meri were not getting along because Mary's a bitch. Like, would be terrible to live with.
Yeah. I had no idea why Kody was bringing this problem to me. Anyway, there was a simple solution. If this woman Janelle was making Kody crazy, wouldn't the easiest thing to do be how is that worded? Wouldn't the easiest thing to do be to stop associating with her? How wrong I was. The next thing I knew, he and Meri had married Janelle.
God.
I mean, man, this family, they always just think everything through before acting on anything, you know? Everything is very well planned and thought out.
I need to take a second here because I'm actually going to pass out right now. Lizzie Dodd just said, totally random, Amanda. I've heard you mention Doughboys many times. I just remembered why I knew it. My dad's restaurant is mentioned in an old episode in a good way. I need you to send me a personal email or something and let me know everything the fuck about that. I'll be able to, if you tell me right now what the restaurant is, I'll be able to tell you like what year that
episode
was in
307.
and what the guest was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any inside jokes from the episode? All right.
This is so sad. How wrong I was. The next thing I knew, he and Meri had married Janelle. Of course, I thought this was really weird because Kody had told me that she was driving him crazy. It took me a while to realize what kind of crazy Kody had meant. After Janelle joined their family, they moved to Wyoming. I had just let Kody and Meri back into my life, and now they had moved away with another wife. I hadn't just lost a man who was special to me. I'd lost my best friends.
They're not your best friends.
This is so depressing.
God.
All right, Kody, explain it to us from a man's perspective.
After I married Janelle, we traveled down to Utah for a weekend to visit Mary's parents. God, they spend too much time with their family. You need to,
because no one else likes them.
Yeah. While we were there, we invited Christine over for dinner. I was used to the gregarious, bubbly Christine. But when she
How many ways can you call a girl fat?
Yeah, I know.
God, gregarious.
It's like when I thought Janelle was jolly when we first started watching this. When she showed up that evening, I immediately sensed an underlying sadness and turmoil within her. It made me sad to see her struggling. Like you don't know exactly what is going on here.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Where can Lizzie send you a message?
You can Amanda Jodie want it at gmail.com. That's what you guys can all send. If you want to recommend something for TRP, you can also send it to that. Amanda Jodie 1 at gmail.com.
Thank you.
All right, great. I'm excited. All right. On her way out the door, I pulled her aside. We stepped out on the porch so we could chat. Then I asked her what was wrong. Nothing. Everything's fine, she said, which obviously is not right. I knew she wasn't telling the truth, and I told her so. Oh, wow, Kody, you've cracked the code on women.
Yeah.
She was my friend. I loved her, and I needed to know what was breaking her heart. It's my parents' divorce, she said. This admission opened up the floodgates, and suddenly Christine felt like she could be open and honest with me once more. I felt the old spark that had been always between us ignite again. So you're like trauma bonding now? Is that what's happening?
Well,
now he's attracted to her.
Swoop in and be the savior.
Exactly. Damsel in distress.
Weaker. Yep.
You know, Christine, I said, this ordeal may help you in the future. It will make you stronger and more self-aware, unagi. And one day you're going to marry a man who is going to appreciate that you've been through something like this and that you have survived it. I didn't tell her at the time, but I had a feeling that man she would marry was going to be me.
That's because he knows everything. Did you know that Cody? Yeah. He's a man.
I did know that. Well, he's a man, yeah.
He knows how you feel.
He needed
to know how you feel, but he does.
Yeah. He needed her to like meet him where he's at. Oh, we're back at Christine now. That's all Kody had to say about that.
Oh. He's like, I don't
You're
really
on,
remember
babe.
that, but I can think of something. Kody really knew how to break my heart. And scene. Can we just leave it right there?
Yeah, right.
Story of my life.
Fast forward to today.
When he told me that one day I'd marry a man who'd appreciate my strength, I was distraught. It seemed that he was implying that he was not going to be the man in my future. He's like, God, no, I don't want a woman who's strong. Even though I was devastated, I was still more than a little smitten. That night when Kody left, I stood at the door to Meri's parents' house and said goodbye. It's not goodbye, Kody said.
Oh
It's au revoir. I want to puke.
He fancies himself a Frenchman.
Actually, I bet you he said it like, it's au revoir.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Even though Kody's line was a little cheesy, it sent a current of electricity down my spine. Oh, God, Christine. Get some self-respect.
I got an itch on my arm. I'm not doing anything weird. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
That's flirting to her. Ugh. Cody shut the door and walked down the steps with Meri toward their car, leaving me inside.
So flirting to Christine is Kody going, it's not goodbye, it's au revoir. And then being like, all right, come on, Meri, let's go home.
And she's like,
leaving.
Ooh, special feelings inside. God, she's like more desperate than I am. Meri's family immediately sensed what had passed between Kody and me. They all gave me knowing looks. Oh, I'm sure that was really nice of them, knowing looks, especially now knowing that Meri has always been a monster to her. I'm sure her family was too. Their faces were warm and inviting. Sure, Jan. And as if they were giving me and Kody their approval. Meri's family's encouragement was too much for me. I believe I gave a small fist pump of joy, then swooned on the couch. Oh, God, I hate this. I've always been a little dramatic. I knew that no matter what he said, Kody was still the one for me. Oh, God. A few months later, Kody and Meri came down to Utah for the New Year's ball at our church. Oh my God, did they take a weekend off?
Stop dancing. Stop dancing.
I mean, the tithing they must take in just for the party planning committees. Kody asked me to dance over and over and over. God, of course, he's got to be dancing it up on the dance floor.
I bet her whole body was like black and blue and like getting out of bed. She was probably like, oh God,
because like her muscles dislocated. Yeah.
Yeah, she had a migraine when she woke up because
I was giddy and could barely keep my feet on the floor. It was the best night of my life. I felt as if I was glittering and glowing. Right after, there's a reason they call them shiners, right? Right after New Year's, I got a phone call from Meri saying she was planning a surprise party for Kody in Wyoming. She wanted to know if I would bring a group of friends up from Utah. This is so weird. Hey, can you bring some of your teenage friends to Kody's surprise birthday
teen
party?
Part that is really the problem here.
What the fuck?
But they hide it. They hide it in the idea of it being like a youth group. Not
weird. Naturally, I was delighted. I simply couldn't wait to see Kody again. When Kody walked into the room for his surprise party and saw a bunch of us teen girls gathered there, his eyes locked on mine. I knew then how he felt. It gave me courage. The next day, we found ourselves alone for the first time. We were sitting on the couch, and I just came out with it. Of all the guys I know, you're the one I want to marry. I was proud of myself for being so forthcoming and honest. Meri's sister Teresa and I drove back to Utah that night. We giggled the entire ride about my future with Kody. When I got back home, I immediately approached my grandfather, who is the head of our church. Should Kody Brown ask, I said, tell him that the answer is yes. Let him know that I definitely want to be part of his family.
Family, Jodie. All right. By the way, when I was looking down at my phone, Lizzie Dodd already emailed us just to check if yes. I'll give an update. All right. Kody, here comes Kody to let you know how it really went down. Christine made it really easy for me to get permission to court her. When I called her dad, he was thrilled. This is great, Kody. This is great, he said. It was exactly what he'd been hoping for. I don't know. Like Kody really just likes to like assume how people are feeling.
Oh, Oh no, he doesn't see. He knows because
he's a man. That's right. He knows how, and he especially knows how to read other men.
Yeah.
Christine's father was aware of how she glowed when we were together. He was also aware of how she had pushed all other boys to the sideline in favor of me. He was also aware that she was super fat and wouldn't find anyone better than me. I made that last part.
No other chances.
He wanted her to be happy, and he knew that she made me happy. Christine just loves you, her father said. His only question for me was regarding my loyalty to our church. That sucks. What if your dad didn't care who you married as long as yeah, that's cool that you love my daughter, but like you're
just going to further this thing that we're doing. That'd be great.
Yep. In his mind, because it's all about that bloodline. Mm-hmm. That's why Robyn looks like handsome woman. It's weird.
Yep.
We're not supposed to look like each other that much. In his mind, the single question determines worthiness. Since the day I converted, my faith has never wavered, not for a single second. I told him that, and he was convinced. Because, men.
That's all it takes.
On Valentine's Day, I asked Meri's sister, Teresa, who lived in Utah near Christine, to buy a bouquet of roses. I instructed her, because she's a woman, so I really had to break it down for her, to write, "Let's get the ball rolling." Hot.
Well, yeah.
On the card.
Taking my undies off. Wow.
I know. I'm a swamp down here. Teresa offered to deliver the roses to Christine at work. Christine was a title clerk at a car dealership. That's like a hard job.
Oh. Kody probably didn't know that ahead of time and was already calculating the salary that she could bring into
job. Yeah, they definitely looked it up.
Because he and Meri were still just like young and carefree, remember?
Yeah, I think they're still living on Quinn's ranch. Yeah. The whole office knew that she was from a polygamist family. That's right. I keep forgetting to keep in my Kody voice. In fact, they knew she had a crush on me, a man with 2 wives. It's a testament to Christine's outgoing nature and wonderful personality that people do not judge her for her beliefs. Yeah, that's true. People didn't judge her because everyone likes Christine, and you should have appreciated that.
Yeah.
Yet you said Robyn, Miss fucking Beaker face, who looks like she's like literally dying these days. Like she's just like. It turns out the day I asked Teresa to send Christine flowers, Christine had called in sick to work. But by some wonderful coincidence, she had called Teresa to tell her that she was unwell and would be staying home. So Teresa knew where to deliver the roses.
Why can't he order the roses?
Well, it's a woman's job.
You don't know how to dial a phone or to like
girly. He's a man,
go
Jodie.
Out of your way to do anything. Lazy.
That night I called Christine. We were both over. Remember that Valentine's Day episode where he goes to the store?
I know what you're gonna say.
What he
gets 4 different bouquets.
And he gives them to the wrong people.
Yep.
Because he goes, Robyn would really like the midnight, what do they call it?
Black magic.
Black magic. But then when he hands them to Robyn, there's no black flowers in there, babe. So he definitely handed the wrong flowers to the wrong people. Idiot.
Yep.
Okay. It turned out the day that night I called Christine. We were both overjoyed and a little giddy, Michael. The following what we're doing. And they are funny. The following weekend, he's married to Janelle here at this point. I forgot about Janelle.
She's like,
I forgot about her. Fine, another income. Great. She's Janelle's the one that actually looked up the salary for her car dealership. She's like, no, this is actually going to work out great. Great.
Oh yeah, I mean, she was having like, go for this one. Like she's good.
Yeah, she's like the 17-year-old like can't really get a good job, but like this one will be good.
Yeah, lock this one down.
I knew that things were difficult between her and Meri in the house, and I believe she was hoping for a new sister wife to be her ally or friend. AKA Kody didn't want to step in and fix the issues. He just was like, well, Christine will fix it.
Absolutely.
Meri was slightly more prickly. That's a great word to describe Meri.
Cute word to describe her. Prickly.
When I started courting Christine. However, she liked Christine and was aware of how close the two of us were. I'm sure as far as Meri was concerned, bringing Christine into the family was just a matter of time. Christine and I spent as much time together as possible that weekend. It wasn't what I'd call romantic. Christine was quite puritanical in her view of romance and courtship, but we had fun. I think we held hands and maybe hugged once or twice, but that was the extent of it. That weekend, we got engaged.
Ugh.
Nice. I wanted to prolong our engagement, but Christine didn't want to, because Christine's like, okay, like we need to do this now before you see me eat another meal. Yeah.
Put it in. She's so horny for him.
Yeah, and she hasn't eaten anything since this happened.
The nachos, yeah.
Since the nachos. She insisted on setting a wedding date as quickly as possible. She believed that a long courtship would be inappropriate and unfair to her new sister wives, which I actually do believe. That's
fair. Yeah.
She didn't want to be running around with a married man. This is kind of her shading Robyn too. I tried telling her that I wasn't quite ready. Well, you asked her to marry you, asshole.
Yeah, don't propose to her
this.
And keep leading her on. God.
Jesus.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Do you have any idea?
What the toll
the emotional toll?
Right. But Christine felt that she'd already waited long enough. We'd been friends for 3 years.
Exactly.
We decided to get married in 6 weeks. Yikes. And then Attorney and McKelty wanted to get married. Yeah. Oh, that's a really bad wedding picture of Cody and Christine. It's really bad.
Janelle looks pretty there.
Janelle is beautiful.
Yeah.
Robyn looks like Quagmire from Family Guy. Dat jaw, though. The minute I asked Christine to marry me, I realized that I had once again acted too quickly. I was in over my head.
Oopsies.
Guess I'll just do it anyway. I was not even 25. I already had 2 wives, and Janelle was expecting our first child. Oh, interesting point to pop in right there. Janelle was pregnant.
He likes doing that. When your wife is pregnant, you just like start dating. Because you know why it is? Because the attention is on her because she's pregnant. So he's got to get attention elsewhere.
Yeah, and he also can't have sex with her. And he doesn't like having sex with Meri.
No. Why can't he have sex with her?
Can't you like not have sex when you're like super pregnant? Or are you supposed to have sex? Seems like it would hurt. I don't like having sex if I like eat like
I don't
pasta.
either, but
oh, you just don't like having sex. Aren't you not supposed to? I don't know. Who cares? I don't care.
No, it actually like encourages labor, I think.
I did know that, babe.
I'd rather just get
that's the only reason I do it.
I'm like,
yeah, I'd rather just eat spicy food and like walk around the block. I already had 2 wives and Janelle was expecting. The thought of trying to bring Christine into our family gave me serious pause. I'm afraid I showed up at our wedding with what Christine calls a 1,000-yard stare. Also, how awful must it have been for her to watch Cody and Robyn be like all like like
that was why she got mad that they kissed before they got married.
Well, but then just watching the wedding and then the honeymoon, like this sucks. Suddenly I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders because Christine is pretty fat. I mean, I saw her in that dress. I was nervous and apprehensive. I knew there was a lot about my life that Christine didn't understand. She had only seen me as the life of the party and the good time guy. She didn't know how tense things were between Meri and Janelle. Well, you probably should have told her that. Maybe discuss that with, just so you know what you're about to come into is kind of tense. So
it's not all survival treks and smiles, okay?
It's not all pushing cars up, broken cars up a hill.
Right. Janelle's sleeping on the couch. God, this is so depressing. And he knew this is what he was leading her into, and he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care.
I really appreciate that now I'm not getting a slew of comments being like, no, Amanda, sex is fine when you're pregnant. Because the second I said that, I was expecting like just all the live chat to be like, Amanda, you're stupid. You're supposed to have sex when you're pregnant. But thank you. I appreciate that. I get it.
Well, I think a lot of pregnant women, this wasn't my case again, because I'm
horny.
I'd rather eat a fucking plate full of nachos than sex. Like food is better than sex. Sorry. It is.
It is. Of course it is.
But I think like some women like get into it more when they're pregnant.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't buy it.
Remember Simon and Alex Van Campen?
I'll never forget that.
She had a water birth and he was sitting behind her and he climaxed.
Yeah, it was like they climaxed together.
Wow,
they like gave birth like Handmaid's Tale style. kind of. I also recently watched the episode
Her baby
where
was born in a pool of his sperm.
Ew. I recently rewatched the episode where Robyn gives birth to baby's sister, and like you were totally right. Her parents are seated
in the
like they're both
film.
seated, and then her water breaks, and Cody's like, "Wow, oh, hey, never seen that before." Gross. Okay, they are disgusting. When I proposed. Oh wait, when I proposed, I was working at a job that was crushing my soul.
Oh,
so
well, then you should quit. Quit your job.
Hey, some of us have to walk out on our jobs for our mental health, okay? Crushing my soul. Meri and Janelle were miserable with each other, and I didn't know how to negotiate a truce between them. Talk to them, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, try? And now I was introducing a third wife. Now I was introducing a third wife into an unstable environment. I had no doubt that Christine was the right person, but I sensed it was too early to marry her. This is he sensed this after they said their vows. All of this was running through my head as I joined Christine in marriage. What I didn't know then was that Christine would become a major factor in our success as a family. Her kindness.
Wait. Read that one more time. What was that?
What I didn't know then was that Christine would become a major factor in our success as a family. So,
okay. Because I thought she was always selfish, and
you didn't even try to have a relationship with these people.
Okay.
And that's why I'm so pissed off.
To make sure.
Her kindness and her positive nature brokered a peace in our household. Christine saved our bacon, as I like to say. Cody, you don't eat pork. Remember when they went to Hawaii and he was having that mega temper tantrum? Well, I guess I just won't even come, so piss off. No one even asked my permission to eat pork.
Yeah, he likes to.
And Janelle's sitting on the couch just poking at him. And she's wearing an apron. I can see it in my head.
And Hunter's there, and Hunter's like, God, I've been craving pork like you wouldn't imagine. Like...
It's Logan. It's Meri. Janelle's sitting next to Mindy. And Janelle's eating, and she has her apron on, of course. And Cody's like playing some like game. He's like, nobody even asked my permission, so piss off. I'm gonna eat poi? No thanks. Nice. He's such a fucking piece of shit.
That it does crack me up when Cody decides he's Jewish, like just randomly.
I'm sure I've seen. Wasn't Logan cooking like 75 pieces of bacon in the very first episode? I'm sure I've seen Cody eat bacon.
I swear he threw Gary like a bar mitzvah or something.
He threw Gabe a bar mitzvah.
Okay, it's just like,
which again, like you're not Jewish.
He just like, but then no one else. He goes on a whim, and God, he's so ADD. Okay.
Cody appropriates Judaism. The whole family, man, didn't they have a Seder? That I don't mind as much because at least you're like respecting the religion, but throwing your kid a bar mitzvah when you're not, there's no way he made him read out of the Torah or anything. Like there's no way
he
that
read it somewhere. He went just like, he just
threw a big party and made them he probably threw it so that people would give them money.
Yeah, they did it. Then he totally forgot about it. And then we never hear about it again.
Yep.
Such an idiot.
She saved the Browns. But back then, all I could see were the struggles that lay ahead. I worked right up until the day we got married.
Oh,
you did.
You guys, he worked until the day he got married. And then what happened?
I even had a hard time getting off work to attend my own wedding. Well, because you gave them a week notice?
Yeah. And he's also like, I worked until the day I got married. And then they were like, you should have told us before, so I had to quit. But it's okay, because Janelle and Christine still had their jobs. Okay.
Christine had to organize the whole wedding herself. Oh, what a shocker. And then Cody goes and picks out Robyn's fucking wedding dress. Here's another reason why.
Now
Neither my father nor Christine's mother attended the ceremony. Quinn didn't come.
Christine's mom didn't go.
We knew that. They talk about that on when Christine's mom moves into their house. I think that they got divorced, and since the dad was coming, Christine's mom, she didn't invite the mom. Her mom, who looks 25 years old when she's 60. It was a hard day for us. Our wedding. Yeah. I didn't have time to plan a honeymoon.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
When did he?
It's interesting.
Didn't he plan a honeymoon before?
Yeah, I think it was 11 days long.
Right. Well, there's a newborn baby. I mean, like,
Gotta
catch
get
some
out of there.
Z's, you know what I mean?
In fact, it didn't even occur to me to plan one. This is getting worse and worse. No one told me that I should. No one told me that I should. You've been married twice before, and
Not
one
once.
told you.
Not twice.
This is your third. No one told.
He and Meri went on a road trip, right?
Yeah, and him and Janelle went on a road trip too, in fact, Jodie.
Well, Janelle definitely like kept it to a road trip because, you know, she's pinching pennies.
Michelle says, I'm surprised he didn't throw quinceañeras for the girls to get money. Yeah, that is actually, oh God, that would have been so the problematic. I feel like the quinceañera would have been more problematic.
We did see
Sweet 16 never been kissed.
Brianna, yeah. Brianna is actually Sweet 16 because she's never been kissed. Remember seeing that video?
Yeah. Lizzie says Robyn planned that honeymoon. Come on, they got there on time. I think TLC, I mean, obviously TLC paid for the honeymoon. Like that's, I guess we have to give them credit for that. That like that was not paid for by Kody. TLC.
I don't know.
It was a honeymoon special, Jodie, of course. And they went to San Diego.
Yeah, but it was
like TLC's like we can throw
condo.
10 grand at this.
10 grand? There's no way that was a 10 grand honeymoon. No way.
Okay, yeah, okay. So they
like
drove
Hawaii.
there. They probably had to buy a new car halfway there because Robyn probably ruined the car that they took. So great.
Right.
So that's about $5 grand. No, I feel like it was probably a $5 grand honeymoon, right? 11 days in a hotel. And then they went to the San Diego Zoo.
Okay. Oh, that zoo trip.
They did go to the zoo. And they went surfing. No one told me that I should when I wasn't buried in my work. I was a ping pong ball bouncing. He never said.
I want to know what this job was.
I was a ping pong ball. He doesn't like to specify, Jodie. I was a ping pong ball bouncing between two wives who had always had their bristles up. Well, Janelle isn't pregnant, so.
And also, you're an asshole, so they're a little bristly. Sorry.
Obviously, they weren't interested in advising me on what I should do with Christine. After our wedding, Christine and I got in the car and drove to Montana. Cool. It was a tense trip.
Hold on. It's Meri and Janelle's fault that he didn't do a honeymoon because he said, obviously, they weren't interested in advising me what I should do with Christine. So it's their fault.
Yeah, no one didn't
advise him what he should do with his new wife. Because he's a widow boy. He doesn't know how to do anything.
We're at the end of the chapter pretty much. Next, Christine's going to come on and tell about the honeymoon, and then we're done. After our wedding, Christine and I got in the car and drove to Montana. It was a tense trip. And I have to admit, I wasn't my most cheerful self. And Kody in a bad mood is super fun. We've seen it.
Rumpy.
Christina, okay, we hadn't had much time to get used to each other, and I hadn't prepared myself for the transition of adding a new wife to my family. Take it away, Christine.
And that's obviously Christine's fault that he didn't take the time to prepare.
He's not prepared enough, yeah. Poor Christine, God.
I hate this. I was shaken when Kody showed up at our wedding with that look on his face. He was morose. Oh my God.
Jesus.
I was even more devastated when I learned that he hadn't planned a honeymoon. I was hoping that we'd finally have a romantic getaway, something special that told me how thrilled he was to have me and his family. I was young and naive. I had no idea how to tell Kody that what I wanted from him, which is the bare minimum. She planned the entire wedding. All he had to do was be like, "Hey,
that would devastate me. That would devastate me, and then I would push it all the way down into the depths of my soul because I'd be like, well, I'm married now, so I have to.
You're in that situation where you're like, I'm really upset and I'm really sad and I'm really angry, but it's my wedding day. I can't pick a fight because I'm going to make it worse. So you're forced to just suck it down.
I'm glad she's telling this story. I'm glad.
On our honeymoon, a drive through the sticks of Montana, I was struck by the realization that I didn't know Kody very well. Once we got into the car, he still had the faraway look on his face that I'd seen at our wedding.
God, suck it up, dude.
Yeah, stop pouting, baby. You big freaking baby. God. I began to understand that he felt overwhelmed. He seemed distant and unreachable. However, I didn't know how to talk to him about what he was feeling. I had no idea how to reach him. I just sat there in silence. God, grow up, dude. This is your third time you've done this. You can see the girl sad, but because you did this to yourself. Watching him drive with that look on his face made me unbearably sad. I realized that I had no idea how to express my feelings with him or ask him to share his with me. I never doubted that Kody was the man of my dreams, but I began to worry that I'd marry him too soon. Until our honeymoon, I thought he was a fun-loving guy, but that was the extent of it. Now there was this distant, grumpy man at my side, burdened by something I couldn't understand. And I worried that I might be the source. I worried that I might be the source of his anxiety. Like many young women, I had idealized marriage. I had this silly notion that the moment you got married, your problems ended. I was fixated on the idea of happily ever after. I thought marriage, especially plural marriage, would be absolute bliss. What could be better than being blessed with a husband and sisters in one fell swoop? I didn't understand that marriage is something you must work on. I didn't know that true love isn't instantaneous, but something that develops over time. Well, Kody and I did love each other. It took us about a year from the day we married to fall completely head over heels for each other. It would be a hard year, but well worth the wait.
Remember in season 17, episode 1, they when they're having that conversation, he said, well, you know, our marriage was never romantic. And Christine said, well, it was for me.
Yeah.
This is so sad.
He decided, oh, it's not romantic. You're just a silly pixie. Dumb, selfish princess.
Well, we're about to get, page 64
Robyn.
to 83.
Oh, boy.
So 20 pages of Robyn.
We might need a highlight and just get because you know Cody's going to go into the whole polygamist. Oh my God. Oh, interesting. There's a lot more balance, a little back and forth between Robyn and Kody.
Tete-a-tete.
Is.
I'm going to wear a blazer next week because I'm professional Robyn.
Boss babe.
So I think I'm gonna have to put like a fan in the room or something because I'm gonna be so fucking hot.
I like my Janelle
professional
jacket.
Blazer.
I just like
you can keep that.
in my
I'll be Robyn next week and you can be Kody.
Okay.
Because then I'll get really stoned and just be like, okay, so me and Kody and we're in love with each other.
Can you wear a white shirt and then like walk in the room like?
Yeah, I actually will do that.
Right. We should do a drinking game for that chapter. Ugh.
I'll just smoke pot and then you drink.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Okay, so let's go over the last couple of things. Lastly, guys, this weekend Love to Hate TV. Check us out on Patreon. I promise it's worth it. It's good. It's good Patreon.
Oh God, no.
It's bang for your buck. We got 90 Day Journey, Danielle and Mohammed. I might put a post up on our Facebook group. By the way, join our Facebook group. We Love to Hate TV. I'll let you in. Just say that you watch the YouTube channel or something if you don't know an inside joke. And I might put like what episode should we do? Because we might try to do a watch along. Where we like have the thing playing.
We could do the wedding.
Watch it.
We could do the evidence.
We could. There's probably other ones that are good too. Just let us with the smelly pussy. Let us know. And then we're also doing Sister Wives season 6, episode 3, Big Boy Panties.
That's right. And
it's a good episode.
If you have some great requests for Total Request Podcast, Amanda Jodie 1 at gmail.com and just put TRP request and it could be anything. Oldies.
Yeah, please label it TRP request. That would be great because then Then I can filter them better.
And the more random, the better.
Oh yeah, like make it the dumbest. Like Seventh Heaven, that was Pretty Little Liars. We had a blast with that one. If you want to leave us a tip,
Allison.
If you want to leave us a tip, our PayPal is scrolling here. AmandaJodiePodcast@gmail.com. If you want, you don't have to, but it's always nice when we get one. We always appreciate it.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's
smash that like and subscribe. Please.
Click it.
All that.
I'm literally gonna go to Shoppers now. First, I need to put on pants because I'm wearing men's boxers right now with bulldogs on them, and then I'm gonna go to Shoppers and get nachos because those nachos behind us Those look good.
They
look really appetizing.
That's like, I think that might be black beans and refried beans. That fresh tomato and the green onion. Yeah.
Might have to go to no
drizzle.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go full out here. I'm hungry.
All right.
All right, guys. We'll
and you're going to watch the
later.
big game, right? Let's go.
Sports
Phillies.
ball. Oh, Walter just woke up. Walter, do you know that we're wrapping it up? Stinky.
Aww. Okay, we love you guys.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. And Jodie, you take care of our ending. We'll see you.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment, and click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast, that's patreon.com/trpod, and We Love to Hate TV, patreon.com/love to hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.